access to the program. So just look at that, take that code, scan it, and then you have access to it. That's the program for today. And as well as the lecture for today, you will also be able to access the lecture right there. So don't bother to ask for a hard copy. The world is going digital, and so that's what you will see. Just scan it, and you have a copy of that lecture, as well as the program of event today. So if you're there, now we are looking at the introduction of the dignitary amongst us. All of you present here are our invited guests, and we appreciate all of you for coming. So we want to welcome you all to this event, to come and sit at what they call the high table. Well, the chairman is a personal friend, I'll say. Is someone that I've known for a while now, a big Egmo, a mentor, someone who had really been very good to me. He's a good listener of Splash FM. Anytime he's driving, he's listening to us. Sometimes when we are saying something, he's calling and saying, "Sure, I want to be part of that discussion that you are having." Please, let's welcome no other than a diplomat, a military officer, a retired military officer, a farmer, I don't know, he's not a retired journalist. He's still journalisting. He's still writing. I mean, if you know him on Facebook, he writes almost every day. So he's still a journalist, you know, even though he's not practicing like we're doing. He's a man who is conscious of his environment. He likes enjoyment too. He enjoys himself a lot. He's a retired military officer. Please, let's welcome Abiodun Ladepo, the chairman of this occasion. Welcome, sir. Thank you, sir. Eba pàtẹ́wọ́ fún ọmọlúwàbí àtàtà. Eba pàtẹ́wọ́ fún ọmọlúwàbí àtàtà. Bọ́mọlúwàbí ti ṣe nù. Bọ́mọlúwàbí ti ṣe nù. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for that. All right, that's our chairman for the occasion, and we welcome him very, very warmly to this event. And now the next person that I'm going to bring up here is none other than the guest speaker for this event. Our guest speaker is someone who made us create mystery around the guest speaker this year. In 19 years, we've always announced our guest speaker, the lecturer, the keynote speaker. But this year, it took a different dimension. And so we didn't mention his name. Even up until this morning, someone was still asking me, Egbe lecturer, you are hiding your lecturer. But we didn't hide him. But let me welcome a former Assistant Inspector General of Police, retired, a man who is immensely knowledgeable in public policy, security, and everything that has to do with national security and policing. Is none other than Chief Tunji Alakpini, NPM, PSC, MSc, MNI. A round of applause, a resounding applause right here. He's been here all the while. You just did not know that he is our lecturer. Adishi Acholojue. Eba mi dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ọmọlúàbí, eba ń pàtẹ́wọ́ fún ọmọlúàbí àtàtà. Àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá àtàtà nu. Our guest speaker will be speaking about rising insecurity in the land, trends, drivers, regional dynamics in the Southwest, and expectations from stakeholders. Thank you very much, sir, for coming, and we welcome you. Now, quickly going to spare a few moments to bring also to the podium here a few Royal Highnesses. Àwọn orí adé àti ọrùn lẹ̀kẹ̀ tí wọ́n wà ní àárín wa. I just bring them up here. I'm told that we have Royal Highness from Oluyole Local Government Traditional Council in our midst. First, I want you to clap for the Royal Highnesses from Oluyole Local Government Traditional Council. I'd like you to recognize them very well and welcome them. Let me welcome to our midst here. Yes, they will be coming up here. Just these two people that I want to invite right here. So I will just be welcoming them very quickly into our midst as we bring them up here. As I mentioned their name, they will come to the high table here. And the first one is Royal Highness Oba Muritala Olumini Salami aláyùnrẹ́ ti ìdí ayùnrẹ́ aláyùnrẹ́ ti ìdí ayùnrẹ́ kábíyèsí o ẹ bá ń kí wọn kábíyèsí o kábíyèsí o. Thank you, sir. All right. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sir. Kábíyèsí bàbá. Ẹ ṣeun. And the other person I'm going to bring up here is also a Royal Highness. And I want to welcome His Royal Highness Ọba Yekini Latunde Oni Latunde of Latunde. Ẹ bá ń pàtẹ́wọ́ fún wọn bí wọ́n ti ń bọ̀ o. Ẹ bá ń pàtẹ́wọ́ fún wọn bí wọ́n ti ń bọ̀. All right. He's coming up here to join us and sit at the podium here. Yes, sir. Baales are here. We have some of their names here, but I will create time to bring their names to our notice. But they are sitting right here at my left side. If you can just look at them there, you see their shining beads. They're sitting down majestically there. All the members of the Royal Highness Oluyole Traditional Council who are here, let's welcome them. Thank you so much for being part of our day today. And we welcome you. Welcome them. Eki Kabiyesi. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Welcome. I'm also told that I'd like to welcome very warmly, quickly, our sister stations fans club, the Lagelu FM fans club. I'm told they are here. Any Lagelu FM? Where is Lagelu FM da? Thank you very much. Thank you so much. So these are the Lagelu Fans Club who are also joining us right here today. We want to welcome everyone to this event. Now, as we continue, I'd like to move on to the next item on our program very quickly without wasting any more time right here. So, but I don't know if you don't have the program as I've announced, please go to that barcode. They're showing it around. I see the ushers showing us the barcode around. So please, if you don't have it, I beg of you to please get a copy right from them. The next thing for us to do before I come to introduce more guests is to welcome you. And that's welcoming you to this event. Our MD CEO will welcome you. It's represented by none other than my general manager. Is the general manager for Splash FM, for Lagelu FM, for Splash FM Ibadan. Is the one we call Alex Ferguson, the one who leads us, leads the team, is the head of the team, is the coach, is the one who directs what we do. Please welcome very warmly, my Oga, the general manager of Splash FM, Mr. Tunde Olawuwo, as he's welcoming all of us to this event. My Oga. Hello.
Kabiyesi, sir. Distinguished members of the high table, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say that it is with immense joy and a deep sense of gratitude that I welcome you all to this remarkable double celebration, the 19th anniversary of Splash 105.5 FM, the first independent radio station in the city of Ibadan, proudly known as the Integrity Station, and the 87th birthday celebration of our revered founder and proprietor, His Royal Majesty, the Ekeri Olubadan of Ibadan land, Oba Dr. Murtala Adebayo Akonde MFR, Kabiyesi. Thank you. Today is far more than a celebration of years. It's a celebration of vision, resilience, and enduring impact. 19 years ago, a bold dream was born to establish a radio station that would not merely occupy the airwaves, but earn the confidence of its listeners through integrity, professionalism, and excellence. That dream has since grown into one of Nigeria's most respected broadcast institutions, informing minds, connecting communities, promoting enterprise, and giving voice to the aspirations of millions. Every milestone we celebrate today is a reminder that lasting institutions are built on clear values, consistent leadership, and dedicated people. We owe this remarkable journey to the foresight of our founder and chairman, Oba Adebayo Akonde Kabiyesi. Your belief in the transformative power of responsible broadcasting has shaped not only this organization, but also the media landscape of Ibadan and beyond. Your commitment to integrity, innovation, and service continues to inspire us. On behalf of everybody, especially my colleagues, we heartily congratulate Your Majesty on your birthday today, sir. Thank you. We thank God for your life, your wisdom, and the remarkable legacy you continue to build. I must equally pay tribute to the exceptional team that we have at West Midlands. Our broadcasters, our producers, engineers, marketers, reporters, administrative staff, every member of the West Midlands Communication. If you are happy to be one, please can you give yourself a resounding round of applause? Yeah, with a shout. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your passion. Thank you for your professionalism and commitment to excellence. Great institutions are not sustained by buildings or equipment alone. They are sustained by people who believe in a shared purpose. You are the heartbeat of Splash FM, and your dedication has brought us this far. Our sincere appreciation also goes to our advertisers, business partners, sponsors, regulators, development partners, and most importantly, our loyal listeners. For 19 years, you have welcomed Splash FM into your homes, to your workplaces, and daily lives. You have trusted us with your mornings, your conversations, your moments of decisions, including the night shift. These days, people claim that we don't let them sleep, but we are happy to do that. Your confidence is the greatest endorsement we could ever receive, and we do not take it for granted. As we celebrate today, we are equally looking ahead. The media industry is evolving rapidly. Audiences are changing. Technology is advancing. And the ways people consume information continue to transform. Yet, one thing will never change: our commitment to credible journalism, responsible broadcasting, meaningful innovation, and impactful programming. We will continue to embrace new technologies while remaining faithful to the values that have defined us from the very beginning. Integrity is not just our slogan, it is our identity. As we step into another chapter, our resolve is renewed to continue informing with accuracy, inspiring with purpose, entertaining responsibly, and serving everybody with excellence. We remain committed to raising the next generation of broadcast professionals, strengthening public discourse, and contributing meaningfully to the social and economic development of our society. Once again, we congratulate our founder and chairman, Oba Murtala Adebayo Akonde, MFR. Kekpe Funwasa. On this wonderful milestone, congratulations to every member of Splash FM on this 19 remarkable years. And to you all for being here today. Without you, there is no Splash FM. Without you, there is no West Midlands Communication. And our pledge is that we'll continue to remain true to that which has brought you to us and that has made you our loyal friends and fans. Thank you so much for being here today, and wish you a wonderful deliberation. Thank you.
Thank you. Please make it resounding for my GM, please. Make it resounding. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. You know, when you listen to Splash FM every morning or even afternoon, he calls during drive time. You know, he calls in the night. Every time he calls. And there's something remarkable about how he calls himself. He said, my name is Alhaji Bolaniwa Alamori Jajogun. He's right in our midst here. Bolaniwa, Alhaji, Chief Bolaniwa. Thank you for coming and welcome. He's right here. He's always calling us. Almost all of our program. All our presenters know his voice when he calls. Also want to thank his brother. I want to use him to represent all those who have been sending messages to us on Facebook. And I'll apologize. And I want to apologize for you. When you send message on Facebook and we don't get to read them, it was not deliberate. It's time constraint that we have. But there's someone who's also very constant in sending us messages. Mr. Boyiga Bolaniwa, thank you for being here. He's somewhere down there. And welcome. So just you know that we appreciate our callers, those who send us messages, the Shola Oluwalano of this world, we appreciate you. He's also there, back there. I'd like to thank someone, also a fan of Splash FM, who loves us so much. Is the head of department, Mass Communications, Polytechnic Ibadan. And I'd like to welcome him very warmly. I'm told he never missed it. Since I've been anchoring this event, I've always had to greet him. Please, let's welcome Dr. Soji Olatunji. Doctor, thank you. He's right there. He never missed one. He never missed one. He's always here. I mean, I've been doing this for 10 years, and I've always had to recognize him. Thank you very much, sir, for coming. We appreciate you. And he has raised beautiful, fine broadcasters in these firmaments. We thank you for your work. Thank you for your service. We appreciate you. I'd like to welcome Princess Funke Ladoja, Mama. Thank you very much for coming and welcome. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. And we'll want to welcome to the podium here very warmly because she has to be in our midst. She's Olori Olaton Akande, Mama. A káàbọ̀ to you. Welcome. Thank you very much, Ma, for coming. We appreciate you. The wife of our chairman. Thank you very much, Ma, for joining us. Right now, the chairman is going to address us, but he will address us as he will be represented by my boss, one of our board members, Oga in West Midlands Communication, Bayo Akande Jr. He will be representing the chairman as he will come up here to, that he will be coming here to give us the speech of our chairman. I also want to welcome right here, before I hand over the microphone to him, another person who is also very special to us and to the family. She's the wife of our chairman as well, Mrs. Olatokunbo Akande, Mama. Thank you very much for coming and welcome. Thank you very much, Mommy. She's right there. I'd like to welcome her. So let's welcome for the chairman's speech, none other than a guru, tech guru. I see his work. An award-winning tech guru at that is the son of our chairman and one of our board members and boss. Let's welcome Bayo Akande Jr. as he's stepping forward to give us the speech of our chairman. Is also, a great man at that. Welcome, sir. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. KBSC, Oba Adebayo Akande, and other distinguished guests. Today, I stand before you with a heart overflowing with gratitude. Indeed, there comes a point in every man's journey when birthdays are no longer merely about counting years, but about surrounding blessings, but about counting blessings, not merely about growing older, but about reflecting on purpose, not merely about celebrating life, but about asking whether that life has truly made a difference. By the infinite mercy and grace of Almighty God, I have been very privileged to witness 87 remarkable years of His faithfulness. Looking back, I cannot but confess that every achievement, every honor, every opportunity to serve, and every milestone recorded has been made possible only by God's abundant favor and the goodwill of countless people from which He has placed along my path. Today, therefore, is not simply my celebration. It is a celebration of divine grace. It is a celebration of friendship. It is a celebration of loyalty. It is a celebration of family. Above all, it is a celebration of service. Permit me to sincerely thank everyone gathered here today. Your presence means more to me than words can adequately express. Some of you have worked with me for decades. Some have prayed for me. Some have encouraged me during difficult seasons. Others have stood beside me in moments of triumph, whether our paths crossed in business, in community service, through our traditional institution, through the media, or simply through friendship. I cherish every relationship represented in this hall today. I thank my fellow traditional rulers, members of the Olubadan Council, distinguished public office holders, captains of industry, members of the academia, our friends in the media, political leaders, religious leaders, business associates, colleagues, family members, and every well-wisher. Your love continues to remind me that wealth is not merely measured by possessions, but by people whose lives intersect meaningfully with yours. Today also marks another milestone that is very dear to my heart, the 19th anniversary of Splash FM 105.5. 19 years ago, we dared to believe that radio could be different. We believed that broadcasting could rise above noise and become a trusted companion to the people. We believed that truth would always outlive propaganda, that credibility would always outshine sensationalism, and that integrity will remain the strongest frequency any media organization could ever transmit. These convictions gave birth to Splash FM. When Splash FM commenced broadcasting in 2007 as the first privately owned radio station in Ibadan, many saw just another broadcasting station. I saw something bigger. I saw an institution that would become a meeting point for decades, a platform for development, a bridge between government and the governed, between communities and opportunities, between information and transformation. Today, 19 years later, it fills me with great joy that what began as a vision has become a legacy. Splash FM has informed millions, educated communities, entertained responsibly, promoted enterprise, encouraged civic engagement, amplified the voices of ordinary citizens, and upheld professional broadcasting standards that have earned respect far beyond Oyo State. It has become more than a radio station. It has become part of the daily rhythm of life for countless homes across the nation. As we celebrate this anniversary, I pay glowing tribute to every individual that has contributed to this remarkable journey. Our board of directors, our managing director and CEO, my daughter, Mrs. Atinuke Adetunji, to our general manager, Mr. Tunde Olawo, and also to our management team. Even though Kabezi, I'm expecting a thank you to me, but I did not see it in this speech. So maybe that will be for later. To our broadcasters, presenters, producers, engineers, marketers, administrative staff, and every member of the West Midlands Communications family, I thank you for carrying this vision with commitment, professionalism, and excellence. A vision may be conceived by one person, but it can only become reality through the dedication of many hands. I equally thank our advertisers, business partners, government institutions, corporate organizations, developer partners, and all our millions of listeners who have made Splash FM their trusted companion over the past 19 years. Every tune-in, every phone call, every message, and every word of encouragement has helped shape the institution to what it is today. As I reflect on 87 years of life and 19 years of broadcasting, one lesson stands out clearly before me. Legacy is never built overnight. It is building one decision at a time. one act of integrity at a time, one sacrifice at a time, one opportunity to serve at a time, one life positively impacted at a time. That is the true measure of success. As traditional rulers, our legacy must be measured by the peace we preserve. As business leaders, by the opportunities we create. As employers, by the lives we empower. As media practitioners, by the truth we defend. As citizens, by the nations we leave behind. To the younger generation, permit an old man to leave you with one simple thought. Never be in a hurry to become successful. Be in a hurry to become useful. Success follows usefulness. Titles may command respect, wealth may command attention, but character commands trust. And trust remains the greatest capital any human being can possess. Finally, I return all glory to Almighty God. He has been my strength through changing seasons. He has been my guide through uncertain times. He has blessed me beyond my deserving. May his faithfulness continue over our families, our beloved Ibadan land, Oyo State, Nigeria, and upon everyone gathered here today. I thought we would say amen to that. Once again, thank you for celebrating with me. Thank you for believing in Splash FM. Thank you for believing that integrity still matters. May God bless you abundantly. May he bless Splash FM with many more decades of impactful service. May he bless Ibadan land. And may he bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you all.
Make it a resounding applause for my boss. Thank you. That's the voice of Mr. Bayo Akonde Jr., the special advisor to the governor on ICT and e-governance. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Appreciate you for that. You know, I'm trying to welcome people intermittently so that we don't bore you with welcoming of guests. I'd like to welcome someone who is very dear to us as well. He always comes to Baba's events. There's never one that we have that I don't see him there. I'd like to welcome very warmly Babawa Chief Wahab Okuola Musadogun Oluwo Afobaje of Ibadan land. Baba, Ekabo Akiyo. Thank you very much, sir, for coming. He's accompanied by engineer Benga Ashonibare. Thank you so much for coming. Before we move on, I want to quickly appreciate some of my colleagues that I've seen around. I'd like to welcome them and just highlight them because I love to recognize my colleagues that I've seen. I've seen Michael Olatubosu, the talking point man around. Thank you, Michael. I've seen Biodun Adewale, AA, is around. You may not have seen him, but those who listen to Splash know Biodun Adewale very well. Is there, somewhere there. So I've seen him around here. Thank you very much. I'd like to also welcome Charity Jerome. I've seen Charity Jerome there. That's the electable Charity there. Bosun Alayode somewhere in the corner is a backroom guy and he's always efficient. I've seen Femi Akinyosho, the sport guy, back behind me here. Tumilara Ademu Jimmy, she's also somewhere there. I've seen Amanda Douglas. All right, she's also there. The Okebadon, Mama Okebadon, Temilade Aloko, she's also somewhere there. The Okebadon lady, she's there though too. So welcome, thank you for coming. Many of my colleagues who are here, Oju Etere, Orio, Nimbele, thank you for coming, welcome. Oyato, Benga Oyato, no, Bembe, thank you very much. I'll be letting you know them. Is the deputy head of programs. Deputy head of programs of Lagelu FM is just coming in. I've seen them. Kilewima. Everyone. Oda, ever binu. Benga Oyato. Olai Walanre. Lo Devilai. On sa pamani. All right, thank you. Temilade Aloko, one more very nde. That's Temilade Aloko. Charity Jerome, the people want to see you. That's Charity Jerome. Amanda Douglas is somewhere there. That's Amanda. Amanda. All right. Tumilara Ademu Jimmy, that's Tumilara there. Stand up to me. They want to see you. Femi Akinyosho is hiding. Femi Akinyosho, come out. They want to see your face. Femi Akinyosho. Ona fe roju re. That's Oluwafemi Akinyosho, the sport guy. Yes, that's Oluwafemi Akinyosho. You know, every Saturday morning from 8 a.m., you get people mention his name. Bosu Alayande, Nlowa Leyin Beo. Nlowa Rezoke Kiworio. That's Bosu Alayande. All right. Oju etere, one of everyone, Nlowa Leyin, Oju Renu. Èmi ni mo fi gbogbo yín hàn lónìí. Ògùdùgbà ẹ má bínú ìlọra kankan sí i. Ògùdùgbà ló wà lẹ́yìn bẹ́ẹ̀ wọn láti Lágẹ̀lú ní Ògùdùgbà ẹnu. All right, thank you. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you so much. I'd like to also, I'm sorry, I think I need to make a little bit of about legba. Okay. Ọ̀dà Títílayọ̀ Akínsọlá náà ti wà nínú ọgbà yìí o. Títí Akínsọlá dà. Òun ni òun. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm also told that Balikis náà wà ní Olórí Sport ńbolo wà. Don't hide. Olórí Sport nu. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ó ti bú òun ló wà lọ́ọ̀kan. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Yes. Those are the stars that Oba Akande is raising. Those are the stars that Oba Akande is raising, and we thank the Almighty for that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, I'm moving on to the next item, but before then, I'd like to say this. Apologies, ma'am. I'd like to welcome again Olori Olatokunbo Akande. Mama, ẹ káàbọ̀ ma. Ẹ bá ń pàtẹ́wọ́ fún mama wa. Thank you so much for being there with us. We'll move on to the next item on our program very quickly without wasting time. When I come back, I'll still greet more people. But it's time for us to know a bit about the chairman of the occasion. I told you that he's a farmer. I told you that he's a retired military officer, a diplomat, an attaché, you know. This man loves to drive a lot. We drove from Ghana to Ibadan, you know. But I won't be able to tell you more about him. I'll invite Tumilara Ademujimi to please step forward. Another applause for Tumilara. She's going to do the citation of Mr. Abiodun Ladepo.
Kabesio. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to stand on the existing protocol as I take the citation of Abiodun Ladepo. Abiodun Ladepo served in the United States Army from July 12, 1996 to February 28, 2024. He began his service in the Signal Corps as a mobile subscriber operator maintainer. This is a military occupational specialty that involves combat zone mobile communication over military-grade line-of-sight equipment. He held that occupational specialty until August 2007, when he became the network technician. This occupational specialty entailed the configuration of network routers and switches in combat zone and the protection of network from hackers. This is basically IT in combat environment. In August 2010, he was headhunted to serve in the Intelligence Corps, where he received training at the highest levels of military intelligence, with emphasis on human intelligence, HUMINT. His core competencies included source operations, interrogation, advanced interrogation techniques, counterintelligence, and counter-terror operations. From 2010 to 2014, he served as the U.S. Department of Defense's representative on the Los Angeles Joint Counter-Terror Committee, an advisory committee to the mayor of Los Angeles. As a military diplomat, he served as operations coordinator in the U.S. Defense Attaché Office, USDAO, at the U.S. Embassy, Accra, Ghana, from 2014 to 2016. He served in the same capacity at the U.S. Embassy, Vienna, Austria, from 2019 to 2023. His conflict zone deployments include Kosovo, 1999, and Iraq, 2003. His regular tours of duty include Germany 3 times for 8 years, South Korea twice for 3.5 years, Ghana 4 years, Austria 4 years. His awards include the Bronze Star Medal and Legion of Merit Award, among many others. An alumnus of the University of Ibadan, Towson University, Towson, Maryland, USA, and the University of Maryland University College, UMUC, Maryland, USA. Abiodun Ladipo was a staff writer at the Guardian newspapers, Lagos, from 1986 to 1988. He is currently a farmer specializing in cattle, fish, cocoa, corn, and cassava. It is my honor and privilege to present to you a decorated soldier, seasoned intelligence officer, accomplished diplomat, and an exceptional leader. By his rich pedigree, no one is more qualified to chair this occasion than Mr. Abiodun Ladipo. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I present to you Abiodun Ladipo.
ṣe ta káàṣì ẹ lẹ́nìí abẹ́ ta káàṣì ẹ kábíyèsí o ẹ pẹ́ fún wa sà keynote speaker Chief Tunji Alapini, thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Splash FM, for returning me to this stage. As you have heard in my citation, I graduated from this school for my first degree. I actually lived in Mellanby Hall, right there. So, which means that at least I must have been in this hall twice for the matriculation and for the convocation. But more importantly for me, the last time I was on this stage was sometime in 1984, when I was one of the 3 student journalist panel that interviewed students for the positions of student union administration. I remember that one of those students that we interviewed here, which was the first time we will do what Splash FM did in 2022 or so, when you did the gubernatorial debate at the conference center. I was there. But we did something similar here. We had all the candidates here. There were 3 of us. And one of the people we elected, I think our keynote speaker would remember him, is now late, Bola Lunge. I think it was an AIG of the police before he retired and passed on. Some of you might remember, but Babatunde Odiyoye. But here we interviewed him. He became the student union president. He was the one that succeeded Lunge as a student union president here. So this is, for me, an epochal moment where I returned to this stage where I started journalism as a young boy of 22, 21, 22 years old, and this school that laid the foundation for me. I'm a native of Ibadan. I'm Ibadan Parakudimi from Ojaba. So, so, but serious. So, the topic is a very serious topic. We are talking about insecurity in our country. Very, very serious topic. And I know that the keynote speaker is going to do a good job of it. So, start take it too seriously. Now, because I have passed through the military and I've been involved in terrorism and related matters, I won't just come here, or I can't just come here and greet you and go back and sit down and wait for the keynote speaker to teach all of us. I will just make a short inroad into his lane, just short inroad, because I know that he's going to do a lot of work on it. So I will start by, so so Sherry, expectations from stakeholders. Mama provide solutions. I know we provide solutions. Excuse me. But I will start by reminding us, torí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa, a máa rò pé insecurity tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ń sìn, ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà, kó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀. Tá bá go way back, àǹkọ̀rẹ́ ṣe Nàìjíríà nìkan ló wà. Now, ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ sún délẹ̀ ni. From way back, ni wọ́n ti ní gbogbo rubbish, sorry o, tá à ń rí Nàìjíríà sí, not in rí ní other African countries. Láti Niger Republic, Chad, Mali, all those places. They've been having these same elements of securities that we've been having. It's just that we for whatever reasons, we've allowed them to overcome us. In this country, but like yesterday, we have had in this country, there was a time that we've had MASOB. This is Movement for the Actualization of the Sovereign State of Biafra. We didn't feel them here in Ibadan or the Southwest, but we felt them in other parts of Nigeria. They behaved like terrorists. We had MEND, Movement for the Emancipation of Niger Delta. We didn't feel them here, but we felt Nigerians felt them in other parts of Nigeria. They were agitating for something. In those days, before we started having kidnapping, it was armed robbery that we had in Nigeria. Armed robbery was the plague, where everybody was starting to hire a guard and this and that. Banks were being robbed. Robbers will write letters to the bank and say, we are coming on Monday, and they will go. But now, with money transfer, you can't come to my house and get 25,000 naira. So the best way to get 10 million from me or from my relative is to kidnap me. So these people are making adjustments. Like, okay, how do we get more money? Let's go and kidnap somebody. That's one of the things. So we move from there. Then we have, in recent past, we have Eastern Security Network, also prevalent in the Southeast, and unknown gunmen. I'm laying these things out so that you can have a glimpse of what the government is facing, or what governments in the past have faced up to now. Then you have what is now hottest. You have Islamic, I put that in quotes, because that's the name they give most of them, and that's what they profess. This is not an indictment of Islam or any other religion. But there's a group called the Mahmuda group. Take Mahmud out of Mahmuda. There's a group called the Lakurawa group. There's Ansaru. That's Jamaat Ansar al-Muslima fi Bilad al-Sudan. There's Boko Haram. Jamaatu al-Sunnah li-Dawati wal-Jihad. There's Islamic State West Africa Province, ISWAP. And we have them like that. These groups grow into something else when they are not quashed. And we have a country where we have other challenges, be it corruption, be it local government
underdevelopment, be it state government under. So we have so many things that our leaders have been tackling, and now we have insecurity. But my brother, Chief Alakpini, will address the issues. Some of the solutions that I have spoken about, because they've invited me to Splash a number of times and other areas, some of the stuff that I know that we have to do. I know that we have to double or triple the number of our security personnel. We can't keep the same numbers when our population is growing. So we have to double or triple them. We have to train them in asymmetrical security work. It's no longer the old days where you have 1 tank, 2 tanks, a division, 2 ID division is there in Ibadan. But the terrorists are there in Orire. So before we get there, they're already gone. We have to train them in guerrilla tactics and equip them so that they're not just carrying one AK-47 when the other guys are carrying machine guns. So we have to equip them. All these things cost money. We have to put money to it. We have to strengthen, and this is really my own area of specialization. We have to strengthen our intelligence apparatuses. We don't have to do it like they do it in other countries. We have to do something that is peculiar to us here. They can come and tell us who is doing what, who is new, that just arrived to this local government. We have to incorporate our traditional institutions because we have bales, we have mogajis, we have obas in some of these areas. If we incorporate them and fund them like they do in other parts of the world, where they can account for everybody in their area. Ama mento nishelakpa to ngumoto tutun. Ama wenta rinsin ta rimo tawari 2 months later. To ti yo ara le nla ti o je sise nkan to se amoko ti go ransom niyen. So then there has to be a synergy between the federal government, the state government, the local government. All these things are the things that form what you call nation state. Now, the last but not the least, because Mufisi Lembi, and like to prosecute Mwakiakia, and it should not be the same old judicial process where 2 years, 3 years, everybody has even forgotten what they did. You know, if we have to set up a special panel, a special something for them, we should do it. Okay? Now, eléyìí tí wọ́n rán mi kọ́ nìyẹn. You know, eléyìí tí mo lè prepare wá síbí kọ́ nìyẹn. So, nǹkan tí mo prepare wá fún ó ní kí wọ́n bá àwọn bàbá wa kábíyèsí ṣe àjọ̀dún ọdún wọn kí a dẹ̀ celebrate pẹ̀lú Splash FM. By the way, Ṣeun, thank you for introducing all the stars of Splash FM and Lagelu. You are stars. You can't be hiding. So, all these people that came here, they only heard your voice all this time. They've been hearing your voices. Now that they can put face to your voice, when we see you at Mokola, we are collecting our own money from you because you are a star.
ẹ bá máa sanwó lẹ̀kẹ́ tó kọjá gbogbo fẹ́lẹ̀ lẹ̀tẹ̀ lọ́n sápamọ́ sí yẹn a máa dúró nídìí odò. We will collect our money from you. All right. Kábíyèsí the Ẹ̀kẹrin Olúbàdàn Ọba Muritala Adébáyọ̀ Àkàndé MFR. Bàbá wa Chairman West Midlands Communications. If you join me in my vehicle, any of my vehicles, at any time of the day, if I am not listening to King Sunny Ade's music, I am listening to either Splash FM 105.5 or Lagelu FM 96.7. I know we are not celebrating Lagelu FM today, but they are in the same building, and the staff, go between each network, each station. So, Emiama celebrate our marriage papo, nibi ileni. So, it's not due to addiction. It's because there is quality broadcast journalism on both radio stations. The two stations are in the same state, same city, same street, and indeed, same building. The two stations are the brain children of a man. The same man, Kábíyèsí, His Royal Majesty Ọba Muritala Adébáyọ̀ Àkàndé MFR, the Ẹ̀kẹrin Olúbàdàn. Once again, thank you all for joining us in gracing this occasion of Kábíyèsí's 87th birthday celebration, which coincides with the 19th anniversary of his founding of Splash FM, the first privately owned radio station in Ibadan. Which in 1939 hosted the first radio in all of Nigeria. Radio diffusion system, rediffusion, otherwise known here in Ibadan in those days as rediffusion. It was in this city that the first television in Nigeria, and indeed in all of Africa, the Western Nigeria Television, WNTV, was laid in 1959. It was in this city that the strong foundation for today's modern broadcasting networks was laid. So, how fitting was it 19 years ago in 2007 that Kábíyèsí blazed the trail for privately owned radio stations in Ibadan? By the way, Lagelu FM is just shy of 11 years old. I don't know how any person will wake up one day and start thinking about setting up a radio station. A building, a transmitter, a generator or two, staff of all kinds, journalists, technicians, ancillary staff, etc. I don't know how a 68-year-old person, mi ò tí tó 68 o, ṣùgbọ́n èèyàn lè gbọ́ fún mi sìn kó ní kí n lọ dá radio station sílẹ̀, kí n lọ dá sílẹ̀ pẹ̀lú gbogbo wàhálà tó wà ń bẹ̀. I don't know how a 68-year-old person, which Kábíyèsí was in 2007, that's 2 years from turning 70, the age that most people believe is not too bad to activate the boarding pass that each of us has for the life hereafter. Ṣé pé gbogbo wa tá wà nílé ayé yìí àti gba boarding pass lọ́wọ́ tá máa lọ lò lọ́rùn tá fi máa lọ fly lọ tó bá téèyàn bá ti pé 70 tó bá yọ̀sẹ̀ ńgbà yẹn wọ́n á ní ó ti activate boarding pass ẹ̀ nìyẹn ó ti fly. But he was not even 70 years old, just 2 years shy of that when he started this radio station. It's a lot of work. But Kábíyèsí was undaunted. He did it. And he didn't stop. 8 years later, at 76, Kabiyesi launched Lagelu FM. Wow. It is a testament to Oba Muritala Akande, MFR's tenacity, industry, and business acumen that he could run these two stations so successfully without neglecting his responsibilities as a traditional leader and ruler in Ibadan. Everywhere you go in this country and you hear people talking about Kabiyesi, some themes are always running concurrently. Integrity, which is what Splash FM uses as one of its keywords, patriotism and love of Ibadan, humility, approachability, and philanthropy. A kì í gbọ́ lórí rédíò káàkiri, but àwa kan máa ń gbọ́ nígboro what Baba has been doing for humanity. What Kabiyesi says he will do, even if no one is watching. That's my definition of integrity. Now you know why Splash FM is tagged the integrity station. As I said earlier, I listen to Splash FM all the time. As a former journalist myself, a print journalist, I consume media with a critical mindset. I have appeared on Splash FM a number of times. My takeaway is that the integrity station is not just an appellation or slogan at Splash FM. The journalists there epitomize integrity. They epitomize professionalism. They epitomize excellence. Nobody loves Ibadan more than Kabiyesi does. In fact, Kabiyesi was reported to have said he started Lagelu FM to promote Ibadan, not to compete with any other radio station of its kind. I have also appeared on Lagelu FM a number of times. Apart from sharing the ethos of integrity, professionalism, and excellence with Splash FM, Lagelu FM truly promotes Ibadan without being sycophantic. What Kabiyesi has brought to us in Ibadan, and I have picked up both stations on my vehicle radio in Lagos, Kwara, Ekiti, Osun, and those states where I drive to all the time. What Kabiyesi has brought to the world via the internet today are two radio stations that meet and indeed excel in the primary responsibilities set forth for media organizations. Regardless of who is in power, both platforms put their feet to the fire, and they do it in the most professional way. They inform, they educate, they deepen civic responsibilities, they expand the horizons of our culture, they entertain. In fact, if you are the religious type, they have something for you. I think it was 2 Sundays ago, where you are giving sermon. I didn't know that you are like so you are giving the Sunday sermon. So they have something for you, even if you are the religious type. And they do it most dutifully, most ethically, most professionally. Kabiyesi did not stop at setting up these stations. He seeks to expand the frontiers of excellent broadcast journalism by running an academy for budding broadcasters. If you want to be like Tunde Olawuwo on the Spotlight and Sportsbank, if you want to be like Oluwaseun Akinola, Grace Akan Francis, Ibukun Oluwa Olagunju, and Charity Jerome on Morning Splash, if you want to be like Michael Olatubosun on Talking Point, If you want to be like Kunle Anifowose, Olanrewaju Adewusi, Opele Oro, Aminat Badmus, Temilade Aluko, Lere Shitu, Mido, and Tolani Aladilaja on Tifun Tedo Iroyin and Bangkok Iroyin. If you want to be like Lukman Tijani on Iriajo Eda, if you want to be like Edmond Obilo on State Affairs, if you want to be like Femi Akinosho on World Sports, if you want to be like Abiodun Adewole and on Ijoba Ibile, if you want to be like, again, like Temilade Aloko on Oke Ibadan, and many other stars dedicated to the finest form of broadcast journalism in Splash FM and Lagelu FM. Go to the White House in Felele. You can't miss it. Finally, every year that KBC celebrates his birthday and a lecture is given, appropriately, the lecture centers on what's most salient at the time. What's most salient in our country, in our state, and indeed in Ibadan today is the issue of insecurity. We have an expert in the hall who is going to broaden our knowledge on the issue and educate us on what we and government at all levels must do to overcome insecurity. Thank you, KBC, for enriching our knowledge about our society and the world. Thank you for what you are doing for Ibadan. May you continue to be blessed with great health. KBC.
Thank you very much. I think he deserves more than that, don't you think? I think he does. Yes. Thank you very much. You know, someone whispered to me behind there, said that he's not just a chairman now, he should be the patron of Splash FM Fans Club. Please, a round of applause for him. And I saw how the presenters, I was looking at their faces, they were shocked when he was mentioning their names and their programs. And if I tell you he listens to Splash FM, I'm not kidding. I mean, if you enter any of his vehicles, indeed, you will hear Splash FM right there, except if he's listening to King Sunny Ade. So thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. A round of applause for him again. A round of applause for him again. All right, so we are moving on with the program, and we are going to take another item on our program this afternoon. It's Splash FM anniversary, and it's our annual lecture. And it's time for us to hear a bit about our chairman. Yes, it's about time we hear about our chairman. I didn't see her, I didn't know she's around, but I'm told that she's around. So when you listen to Morning Splash on Tuesday, like this morning, that's the voice that you will hear, joining me on the program. Please, let's welcome none other than the one we call Omajua. Yes, we call her Omajua. Yes, she's stepping forward. Please keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Yes, keep coming. Welcome, our own Oma.
Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today we gather to celebrate two remarkable milestones: the 87th birthday of our esteemed chairman, our royal father, and the 19th anniversary of our beloved station, Splash 105.5 FM. It is an honor for me to present the citation in recognition of our royal father for his outstanding leadership, vision, and invaluable contributions. Ladies and gentlemen, the citation. His Royal Majesty Oba Muritala Adebayo Akonde, MFR, Diakenri Olubado of Ibadan land, born on the 8th of July 1939 into the family of Chief Honorable Agbola Sanusi Akonde of the Adelakunbaji family in Isale Jebu, Ibadan. He began his primary education in 1947 when he was enrolled at the Olubadan Native Authority School, Ibadan. He then proceeded to the Ibadan Grammar School in 1954 for his secondary education, and while he adopted the motto of his alma mater, I hope my teeth will not come out here, Deo et Patrire, which means for God and my fatherland, as his personal guiding principle. On the 12th December 1959, just a day after he left secondary school, young Bayo Akonde left Nigeria for London, where he attended the Northwestern Polytechnic from 1959 to 1960, School of Legal Education in London, 1961 to 1963. He was subsequently admitted as a member of the Honorable Society of Inner Temple. In 1963, Bayo Akonde returned to Nigeria, where he attended the Nigerian Law School from September to December of the same year. In January 1964, he was enrolled as a member of the English Bar, as a barrister and a solicitor of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. Having been called to bar, young lawyer Akonde joined the chambers of Chief A.M. Akinloye and Co. in Ibadan. In 1965, he established his own chamber, which he named Adebayo Akonde and Co., also in Ibadan. It is important to note that Ibadan at that time was the breeding ground for the best legal brains of that era. In 1969, Akonde moved his legal practice to Lagos. It was this decision that gave our royal father the privilege to take advantage of several business opportunities that were opening up around him. The indigenization decree of 1972 and 1978 created the environment for his adventurous and entrepreneurial spirit to thrive. It was in this entrepreneurship spirit that he went on to establish Oluyole Holdings Limited, ITN, Independent Telephone Network, which was later sold to Visaphone, and Midlands Communications Limited, which was later licensed to operate cable satellite television and Splash FM radio, the first independent radio station in Ibadan. 120 rooms at Adebayo Akonde Hall, University of Ibadan, West Midlands CBT Limited, and West Midlands Open University, the first private open university in the Southwest. In addition to this, he has invested substantially in properties and banking. Chief Akonde made a brief foray into unpredictable waters of the Nigerian politics, having been an active member of the defunct National Party of Nigeria, NPN, from 1979 to 1983. He contested in the primaries for the state governorship seat in 1983, but the return of the military marked the end of romance in politics as a return to his practice and business. A man committed to his community, Oba Akonde, was appointed the Mogaji of Akonde Adelakun family in 1997. In the year 2000, the chieftaincy title of Jagomolu of Ibadan land was conferred on him. He is the present Ekemi Olubadan of Ibadan land. This hilarious son of the soil has been honored with so many awards. Ladies and gentlemen, our royal father, our chairman, Oba Muritala Adebayo Akonde, MFR, is happily married with children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren. You can celebrate our father more than that. Thank you.
Ẹ bá ń ṣe kábíyèsí o. Ẹ ṣeun, orí adé ò gbé gbogbo wa o. Thank you very much. And the next thing for us to do right here is to appreciate Baba. Nta sì ṣe náà ni wípé àwọn akéwì kan ti wà ń kalẹ̀ tí wọ́n ó kéwì, tí wọ́n ó kí bàbá, tí wọ́n ó sì jẹ́ kí inú bàbá ó dùn, tí wọ́n ó dá wa lára yá. Àríkẹ́ akéwì, Àríkẹ́ ìwì ń bọ̀ lọ wà. Àríkẹ́ ìwì àti àṣà àǹtí wa àwọn ni wọ́n ó máa dá wa lára yá. Ó yá Àríkẹ́ bó ni o.
Ìbà akọ́dá yọ ọba lè wí lè ṣe. Ìbà fọ́ba tó ní kọ́kọ́rọ́ ayé lọ́wọ́. Ọba tó tóbi àárọ̀ ọba rẹ̀ bí ó sùn. Mo forí balẹ̀ forí adé. Mo kórè adé o. Mo súnmọ́ bá níwọ̀n ẹgbẹ̀je. Mo jìnnà sọ́ba níwọ̀n ẹgbẹ̀fà. Mo ṣe kákáká mo súnmọ́ bá níwọ̀n ẹgbẹ̀ndínlógún àrọ́bà fílọ̀ bá ń pọ̀ ọba mọ́ pa mí. Mo forí balẹ̀ forí adé. Mẹ́bí rokoroko tí ó bá ti jù bá ẹ pé kó má máa roko. Pẹjapẹja tó bá ti náwó oníjúbà ẹ pé ó má máa pẹja. Gbogbo gúnyángúnyán yé o. Tó bá ti náwó onífitẹ́lẹ́dùmarè ṣe pé kó má máa gúnyán mọ́. Gbogbo roka tó bá ti náwó onífitẹ́lẹ́dùmarè ṣe ẹ pé ó má máa gúnyán mọ́. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ẹlẹ́dùmarè ọba mo fi ìbà fọ́ba sọgbódìlú ọba sọgbẹ́dì ìgboro. Ìbà ní síwájú eré. Ìbà kọ́dá ayé o. Ọba rẹ̀ bí ó sùn. Mojúbà gbogbo àgbààgbà pátá. Mojúbà juni lọ. Mo ṣe bá gbogbo rí adé o. Gbogbo lé pátá ni mo kí ọba wa. Ọba Àkàndé Múrítàlá Adébáyọ̀. Ẹ̀sán bá jókòó pẹ́ o lágbára Elédùmarè. Ọmọ arólówó, ọmọ ọ̀dọ́gbọ́n yọké, ọmọ arógbòjò jíjẹ́ egúngún, ọmọ ọ̀dọ́gbọ́n yọké o mórí bá bẹ̀yìn. Àwọn ìyálóde Olúyọ̀lé local government ló gbé mi wá bí. Wọ́n ní ń wá kórí adé o. Wọ́n ní kínkín yín. Wọ́n ní kínkín yín bí ológun ẹrú. Wọ́n ní kínkín yín bí ọlọ́gbọ̀n ìwọ̀ ọ̀fà. Wọ́n ní kínkín yín relé bàbá tó bẹ́yìn lọ́mọ. Àsọdúnmọ́dún lọ́wọ́ àsọdúnmọ́dún. Àsosùmọ́sù láwọ́ àsosùmọ́sù. Bọ́dún bá ti dé pèrègùn àmáwọ̀ tuntun bọ̀ wáyà ayé ni. Lágbára Ẹlẹ́dùmarè ọba eléyìí oníjà ṣe mọ́ lágbára ọba tó ní ilé ayé. A máa rí yín pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́ lágbára ọba tó ní ilé ayé. Mo fi ìbà fún gbogbo lé o. Mo kára wájú o. Mo kágbà lóbìnrin, mo kágbà lọ́kùnrin. Mo kó nílé, mo kálejò lágbára Elédùmarè. Ìlú Ìbàdàn ní bàjẹ́ láéláé. Gbogbo rí adé pátá ni mo kí o. Gbogbo ọmọ arólówó pátá ni mo kí. Àríkẹ́ lèmi jẹ́ ọmọ olómù lápèrán ni mí. Ìládìlé àwọn bàbá tó bẹ́yìn lọ́mọ. Ọmọ arólówó Ìbàdàn nílé Olúyọ̀lé. Ọmọ ọ̀dọ́gbọ́n yọké nìyí wọn kì í délé bàbá tó bẹ́yìn lọ́mọ. Ọmọ òpó múlẹ́rọ̀ mọ́jà lẹ́kàn. Ọmọ òpó kọ̀rọ̀ bítí. Ọmọ rírí pẹ̀tẹ́ tí máa sọ́wọ́ mi. Òpó kájàkárọ̀ yọ́ká wáwẹ̀ ní ọlọ́ba jura wọn lọ. Ọmọ òpó tí ó gbọ́rọ̀ wọ́n ní akọjú rẹ̀ síná. Iná ò gbọ́rọ̀ wọ́n ní akọjú rẹ̀ sómi. Omi ò gbọ́rọ̀ wọ́n ní àfipọ̀ tí tó burú. Ọmọ òpó múlẹ́rọ̀ májà lẹ́kàn. Ẹ máa gbóhùn ẹnu mi ọmọ òpó roṣo òpó gbàjá. Ọmọ òpó tí ó gbọ́rọ̀ tán ní akọjú rẹ̀ síná. Aṣọ lè dìde yan lé bàbá tó bẹ́yìn lọ́mọ. Ọba ní àmàrógì lásọ. Mẹ bá sọ lè dìde yan. Àjẹsúnmúsùn lẹ́ ń jẹ̀ṣọ́ ẹ̀gbẹ́ lẹ́yìn. Àjẹfẹ̀yìntì lẹ́ ń jẹ̀ṣọ́ ègbodò. Ọmọ òpó múlẹ́rọ̀. Ọmọ rírí pẹ̀tẹ́ tí máa ṣọ́wọ́ mi. Olú aṣọ olú ẹ̀wù lọ́pọ̀ kí bàbá tó bẹ́yìn lọ́mọ. Ọmọ òpó múlẹ́rọ̀ máa já lẹ́kàn. Òpó kọ̀rọ̀ bítí èyí tí ń bẹ̀ lálẹ́ dé ọ̀yún. Òpó kájàkárọ̀ yọ káwáwẹ̀ ní ọlọ́ba àjùra wọn lọ. Ọmọ òpó gbọ́rọ̀ mẹ́bọ́ ní akọjú rẹ̀ síná lé bàbá tó bẹ́yìn lọ́mọ. Iná ò gbọ́rọ̀ wọ́n ní akọjú rẹ̀ sómi. Omi ò gbọ́rọ̀ wọ́n ní àfi ìpọ̀ tí tó burú. Ọtí tó burú ò gbọ́rọ̀ wọ́n ní àfọ́mọ́ tó lè mu. Ọmọ wo wá lọ́mọ tó lè lọ yọ lé. Àfọ̀njá gbọ́rọ̀ wọ́n kọrí ọmọ mọ́rílé wá sógun. Ogun là àfọ̀njá lọ́lọ́lọ́ tí ó padà wálé. Lọ́ fi ń pé bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n tún nílé bàbá tó bẹ́yìn lọ́mọ mẹ́bí ọmọ ẹ̀dì ìyẹn yógún nìyí ọmọ ẹ̀dì ìyẹn yógún ẹ̀dì ìyẹn pọ̀ ogun wọ́n ní mọ́rílé wọ́n pẹ̀dì ìyẹrẹ wọ́n ní kò pẹ̀dì ìyẹrẹ ọmọ ẹ̀dì ìyẹn yọgbọ́n ó ń pọ̀ gbọ́n wọ́n ní kò pọ̀ mọ́ re ó tún gbẹ́dì ìyẹta wọ́n ra àwo wáyé yìí méjì ó pa kan kò tó pa kan ń tọ́ ṣe lọ tẹ pẹpẹ fúnlé bàbá tó bẹ́yìn lọ́mọ wọ́n tún ní kò pa ọmọ rẹ̀ wọ́n gbáwó ta àwọn ọ̀yùn lẹ́rú kí láàárọ̀ ọ̀yùn lẹ́rú fún tán lé bàbá tó bẹ́yìn lọ́mọ wọ́n ní kọ́yùn ogun rán ìyẹn onúwọ̀n mọ̀yángun wọ́n ní kọ́yùn òròkà onúwọ̀n mọ̀ káàárọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ lásán ni bàbá yín sọ sọ́yùn lọ́jọ́ ọjọ́ sí ó bá ṣubú lulẹ̀ lódò mi lọ́sẹ̀ pé èrò ọ̀yọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti dọ̀yàn ẹ̀bù mu èrò pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti dọ̀yàn ẹ̀bù mu èrò mọ̀jà bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti dọ̀yàn ẹ̀bù mu kẹ̀sì mọ̀ràn tí pẹ̀rú bàbá yín lódodo níjọ́ ọjọ́ ṣọmọ pọ́nmílẹ́rọ̀ mọ́jà lẹ́kàn lágbára Elédùmarè gbogbo mọ̀lúyọ̀lẹ́ pátá nílé lóko lẹ́yìn odi a máa ríra wa dunnú lágbára ọba tó ní ilé ayé bó bá dọ̀dún tó ń bọ̀ àní ríra wa banújẹ́ ẹ máa ṣe ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọdún mo kórè àdé o ẹ̀sìn ọba àjò kò pẹ́ àríkẹ́lẹ́ mi ń jọ mo ló mú lápẹ̀rọ̀ ọmọ lọ́la lágogo dẹ àsìngbà lọ́nà tó mú.
mo rí bá a kọ́dọ̀ olùpàgọ́ rẹ̀ yí mi ká o. ìbà ni wọ́n mọ̀ fò níjú èrè mi mọ́mọ́dọ́là. ìbà ládéládé ìbà lóyè lóyè. ìbẹ̀yìn ọ̀tọ̀kùlùlù o. ìbẹ̀yìn àgbàlagbà. ìbà fórí adé o. kórí ojú ẹ̀ lólẹ̀ yìí pẹ́. ọba tó tóbi ọ̀rọ̀ ọba rẹ̀rẹ̀rẹ̀rẹ̀rẹ̀ bí ó sùn. mo súnmọ́ bá níwọ̀n ẹgbẹ̀je mo jìnnà sọ́ba níwọ̀n ebe mẹ́fà ẹni rọ́bà fi lọ́ba ń pa ọba mọ́pá mi ó ṣe ni mo dì mọ́kùn ẹsẹ̀ lọ́rùn tán. ìbà gbogbo ẹ̀yin àgbààgbà oyè ìbà gbogbo ẹ̀yin ìyálóde tó ń bẹ níkàlẹ̀ ìbà ọmọ kéékèèké lé pátá ìbà apẹ́tẹ́ ọwọ́ ìbà apẹ́tẹ́ ẹsẹ̀ ibẹ̀ ẹ̀yin àgbààgbà sọ̀rọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ tó ti kọ́ sọ kí n tó mọ́ sọ mo rí ìbọn ó ṣe mọ́ wí lọ́sọ̀bọ̀ onímọ̀hún akọrin àbíkẹ́rẹ́ ọmọ ìlú Ìbàdàn láwa yóò nítorí bàbá wa àkàndé kan náà ní òpó kúrọ́bìtì ọmọ ọkọ ìlú Ìbàdàn bàbá mi orí ajé ọ̀kájọ ìlú Ìbàdàn lọ́lá ọba mi Èdùmàrè ìbànújẹ́ oníkòrò rẹ nínú ilé ayé kòkòkò lára rẹ ó sì mọ́lé ọ̀gá tiwa ló gbé mi bọ́ gbàgede ọmọ ọlọ́wúwo kórí ojú olólẹ̀ yìí pẹ́ Splash FM àgọ́ òríkà ọdún wo Splash FM dọ́rẹ́gẹ́ jígẹ̀ mo wá lórí ire kan tí wọ́n mọ̀ kọ fún yín kí n tó mọ tẹ̀ síwájú nínú èrè mi. Splash FM ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀bẹ́ nílùú ọlọ́lá. Splash FM ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀bẹ́ nílùú ọlọ́lá o. Nílùú ọlọ́lá nìbàdàn o. Òye ó ń rọ̀ bí ẹ̀dùn ó ń rọ̀ bí òwe. Splash FM ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀bẹ́ nílùú ọlọ́lá. Báyìí là ń ṣe báyìí là ń ṣe báyìí là ń ṣàpọ́nlé ọba wa Adébáyọ̀ o. Báyìí là ń ṣe báyìí là ń ṣe o. Báyìí là ń ṣe báyìí là ń ṣàpọ́nlé ọba wa Adébáyọ̀ o. Báyìí là ń ṣàpọ́nlé ọba ìyá Àkàndé o. bàbá mi mọ́mọ́ bínú pé mo bọ́ lóye mo pè ọ́ lórúkọ ẹ bá ń forí balẹ̀ forí adé o. Bàbá mi dákun mọ́ gbọ́ bí mo ti ń wọnú ilé àwọn bàbá tó bí ọlọ́mọ lọ. Ẹ̀kẹrin Olúbàdàn àtìlẹ̀ Ìbàdàn. Ọba tó bí ọ̀rọ̀ ó bọ́ rere bí ó sùn. Mo ní dákun mọ́ dání gòjògòjò ìrèmẹ bọ́dún rẹ̀ lóde. Agbórakòrò ní teku lérí kórí ojú olólẹ̀ yí pẹ́. Àtẹ pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ ń tẹ̀nà. Iye orí bàbá mi àfiré o. Ó wádìílé bàbá mi Àkàndé. Ejere mo ẹ̀mẹ́fà. Gbogbo ti Lágẹ̀lú wo Westfield pátápátá rẹ̀ káfọ̀tà. Bàbá mi kan náà yìí náà ní. Múrítà láwọn gbọ́ bí mo ti wọlé àwọn bàbá tó bí ọlọ́mọ lọ. Ọmọ ọkọ Olúbàdàn. Ìbàdàn nílé Olúyọ̀lé ọmọ àjòrò sùn. Ọmọ agbọ́sásá ogun tí ò ní sá. Ọmọ agbọ́yáyá ogun mọ́mọ́yà. Ìbàdàn ọmọ arólú owó ọmọdé kan sílùú kan pa òtẹ́ gbòǹgbò ọ̀nà sómi sùúrù. Ìbàdàn nílé Olú ọmọ àjòrò sùn. Ọmọ àjẹgbéyọ̀ ọmọ fi kírẹ́hún fọ́rí mu. Ìbàdàn mọ̀jà bí ọjọ́ kìíní àná tó kó gbogbo ara wájú lẹ́rú. Iye Àkàndé o. Ó wádìílé bàbá mi. Òpó ni òpó lè mi. Àjọ ń ro sọ̀rọ̀ ra wa ni. Ìwàtà òpó lójú mi ò tó. Ojú mi títọ́ ti lé wa àlé ọ̀yàn mẹ́sù rẹ̀ tí ń yolókè lẹ́nu ìwàlẹ̀ òpó dẹ́dùn níyàn. Ọmọ òwúso. Àní òso. Òwúlà. Àní òlà. Òwú lálàlàlàlàlà ó la pọ́pọ́ làrán ó la bọ́bà kú bàbá aṣọ ó lé jígbára lẹ́kẹ̀ lẹ́rìn. Owó òun ló láyùn mẹ́rìndínlógún ó ọmọ akípa tí ọmọ akúnyún dẹ́dẹ́ níwájú ilé ọba. Nínú ilé àwọn bàbá tó bí ọlọ́mọ. Ọmọ rírí pẹ̀tẹ́ tí ń máa sọ ọwọ́ mi mẹ́ bá sọ lódìdí èèyàn. Èṣù ojú kò tó èṣù ó lọ. Èṣù òrè wà tá ilé rẹ̀, ayé ẹ̀ mọ́ fi pàtìpàtì lẹ́sù lọ. Èṣù ojú kò tó èṣù ó lọ. Èṣù òrè wà tá ilé rẹ̀, ayé ẹ̀ mọ́ fi pàtìpàtì lẹ́sù. Ọmọ abikara kan ni wọ́n pè ràn bàbá tó bí ọlọ́mọ. Ọmọ aṣọ làbákẹ́. Òwúlà báyìí nínú ilé àwọn bàbá mi ni. Ọmọge mẹ́rìnlá bá mọ̀ ṣe lóore. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ṣègi orógbó lóore. Orógbó lẹ́lẹ́bẹ̀sán gónú lé bàbá mi. Wọ́n ní ẹ̀jẹ̀ ṣègi obì lóore. Obì ní bí kú. Obì ní bàrùn. Ẹ̀bá jẹ́ ṣègi ẹtẹ́rẹ́ lóore o nínú ilé Àkàndé o. Àní bó bá rẹ̀ ni wọ́n ní sójà ta àbí òjàta. Àkàndé wọ́n ní ẹ̀jẹ̀ ṣègi òwú lóore. Òwú níní fúnni lásán tá a fi ń ro bí ẹ̀dùn tá ń ro bí òwe o lọ́jọ́ sínú ilé bàbá mi. Wọ́n ní tàkọtàbọ̀ tó bá ń lọ sójú oko. Ǹjẹ́ wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ jáwé ìwé nùdí? Ẹni bá jáwé ìwé nùdí ẹ̀ mọ́ gbonítọ̀ ọ̀hún ṣe pé rárá. Iye iwájú làṣọrú wọn ti ń gbókára. Ọmọ òwúso òwúlà làlà ó la pọ́pọ́ ó là rán ó là bọ́bà kó lè jígbára lẹ́kẹ̀ lẹ́rìn. Ọmọ bí o sí aṣọ bí o sí ẹnùnù onírúurú ìdílà bá mọ́ rí. Ọmọ ẹlòmíì abọ́ra alẹ̀ wọn àjọbọ ìmí abọ́ra alẹ̀ wọn àjọmọdò bí ikùn bí àgbánídìí pòpò bí èwo. Iye àyálà o. Èṣù ojú kò tán o èṣù ó lọ. Èṣù òrè wà tá ilé rẹ̀, ayé mọ́ fi pàtìpàtì lẹ́sù lọ. Èṣù ojú kò tán o èṣù ó lọ. Èṣù òrè wà tá ilé rẹ̀, ayé mọ́ fi pa. Òpómúlérò mọ̀jà lẹ́kàn. òpó kọ̀rọ̀bìtì ó ajẹ́gùnà ajẹ́gàsẹ̀ ayídọ̀pọ̀ láyà jù ọmọ ẹgbìnrin ọ̀tẹ̀ àní bí n bá wọnú ilé bàbá mi gbogbo ẹ̀ lóye mi yéké ìwàtà òpó lójú mi ó tó ojú mi ti tó ti lé wa àlé ọ̀yàn ọmọ èṣù retí ń yọlóko lẹ́nu ìwálé òpó dẹ́dùn níyàn òpó ló láṣọ. Àkàndé òpó ló láṣọ ìrọ́kọ́ tẹ̀gàn kọ́ o ìrọ́kọ́ tẹ̀gàn kọ́ o òpó ló láṣọ òpó ló láṣọ àbí ìgbésù mọ̀mọ́ rẹ o àbí ìgbésù mọ̀mọ́ rẹ o ó wá di Ìbàdàn nílé Olúyọ̀lé o nítorí Àkàndé kan náà iná ni mo ṣe ń wí pé àwa ní bàbá.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Àwa ní bàbá. Àkàndé ń bàbá wa.
All right.
Àkàndé ń bàbá wa.
Thank you.
Gbogbo ọmọ Ìbàdàn nílé Olúyọ̀lé àbíkẹ́rẹ́ ọmọ Olúbàdàn. Mo kọ fún bàbá ẹni mo kọ fún ìjòyè nínú ilé bàbá tó bí mi lọ́mọ ni ọmọ Ìbàdàn nílé Olúyọ̀lé ọmọ àjòrò.
All right, thank you very much.
Mo tún wá
round of applause, a round of applause for her. A round of applause for her. A round of applause for her. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Please, shall we appreciate her a little bit more? A round of applause for her. Àṣà ntiwa. Ká má sọ àṣà wa nù. Torí ẹ̀ la ṣe fi eléyìí náà. Tani ká fi kún. Thank you very much. Because of time, we'll have to go on with the program now. Okay, so we will be moving on to the lecture because that's where we are going. But before then, I'd like to say one or two things very quickly as we move on to the lecture because it's time for the lecture here. The chairman of this event, we thank you, sir. The celebrant of Adebayo Akonde, MFR, Ekere Olubadan of Ibadan Land, KBAC. Permit me to begin with a simple but unsettling question as we go to the lecture. When a people begin to fear the roads they travel, the farms that feed them, the schools that educate their children, and even the communities they once called home, what then remains of the development of such a people? For every headline that we have to take about kidnapping, about violent attack, about school children being abducted from communities, about the entire community being thrown into mourning, there are deeper questions that demand our collective attention. And that's what our keynote speaker will be addressing this afternoon. I welcome Tumilara Ademujimi again to read the citation of our speaker. Please, a round of applause for her as she's coming. And thereafter, we move on to the lecture itself.
Ààrẹ Túnjí Alápinni, NPM, MSc, MNI, is a retired Assistant Inspector General of Police, a renowned criminologist and proud Lagosian from Popo Aguda, Brazilian quarters, who joined the force in 1974. That is 52 years ago, ladies and gentlemen. His trajectory in the force took him through various postings in the service. He was at one time the force public relations officer. Commissioner of Police Air Wing, Commissioner of Police Edo State, Commissioner of Police Zamfara State, and Commandant Police College, Ikeja. He was also one-time Commissioner of Police, Ogun State. Upon his promotion as Assistant Inspector General of Police, he was posted to take charge of Zone 11, Oshogbo, covering Oyo, Osun, and Ondo states. Chief Alakmini is a proud alumnus of the prestigious National Institute Public Policy, Kuru Jos. He was also the commandant of the Police Staff College, Jos. Later, he was posted to Zone 8, Lokoja, to take charge of Kogi, Kwara, and Ekiti states. A member of International Association of Chiefs of Police and holder of many international awards and chieftaincy titles, Are Tunji Alakmini MNI served meritoriously and retired in 2009. Ladies and gentlemen, with more than 5 decades of dedicated service, exemplary leadership, and an unwavering commitment to public safety, please join me as I welcome warmly our guest lecturer for today, Are Tunji Alakmini, NPM, MSc, MNI. Thank you.
Thank you very much. KBACs, distinguished guests, I don't think I need to lecture again because the chairman has done the job for me. So I think if I'm going to say anything, I'm going to just repeat myself. All I will just say is the topic, the bottom line of my topic is Ojulala Confinshori. That statement alone, ó ti yé gbogbo wa. Tí bá ní wàhálà wà níbi kan gbogbo ẹ̀ ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ó dàrú. Tí bá ní Ojulala Confinshori, ìyẹn náà pé dáàbò bo ara ẹ̀. Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? So lecture mi ti tán o. Kábíyèsí, ẹ kú ọjọ́ ìbí, inú yín á dùn, ẹ̀mí á gùn, á pẹ́. Ẹ̀yin náà lẹ tó láti gbé mi wá látẹ̀kọ́ kí n má bọ̀ láti báyìí. Inú mi dẹ̀ dùn láti wá bá yín ṣe ọjọ́ ìbí. Radio station, legacy bàbá ni. Kò gbọdọ̀ parẹ́. GM dà. Where is the GM? Bàbá dá radio station sílẹ̀. Kò ń ṣe pé tó bá dìgbà tí bàbá sọ pé mo fi Ìbàdàn lẹ̀ radio station lọ náà. Tí wọn náà bá tún kúrò ńbẹ̀ wàá gbélé yàn lọ legacy ní Flash FM. I wish you well. Nigeria's security environment has become increasingly complex, combining terrorism, banditry, kidnapping, communal violence, farmer-header tensions, separatist-linked violence, urban organized crime, cultism, cybercrime, and resource theft. This paper provides a conceptual clarification of insecurity as both a security sector and governance problem. An overview of national and southwestern dynamics with emphasis on Oyo State strategic exposure as a transport and commercial hub. An analysis of drivers and enabling conditions, including criminal economies, arms proliferations, weak intelligence systems, justice sector gaps, and socioeconomic vulnerabilities. and a stakeholder expectations framework with delineated lines for federal, state, and local government. Security agencies, traditional institutions, the media, civil society, the private sector, citizens. The paper recommends a whole of society security impact. Like we are here now, this Trenchard Hall, if we have to look at it, is in Oyo State, Abi? A local government is covering here, Abi? And this place is delineated into a ward, Abi? No matter what is under one ward. So when we're talking about security, we have to look inwards, word by word. If we protect, if everybody concentrates on their word, do you think anything will happen? When we have maybe Bale, Olori Adugbo, Boda Adugbo, Oga Adugbo, Tajo wa nibi kan, if there's anything happening, will everybody not know? I'll give you an example. Níbi kan wọ́n sọ pé ní Ogun State, Mexican and some people went into that place and they were manufacturing drugs. And I said to myself, the way I know Yoruba, ní kò ṣe pà ń tójú bọlé o, but tí nǹkan kan bá kù díẹ̀ káàtó tó kọjá lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ wa, a fẹ́ wò pé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀, abẹ́ẹ̀kọ́. In that village where you are having a large expanse of land, fenced round with Mexicans and Nigerians walking into the place, there is no way you will tell me that no villager has not seen them. Because one way or the other, a villager seeing an Oyibo going into the bush will first of all wait. Ibo lele in law. Tó bá rí pé kò rí mọ́, á tún súnmọ́ wájú díẹ̀, á tún súnmọ́, tó bá kúrò ńbẹ̀, the next thing tó máa ṣe tó bá padà. Kábíyèsí, mo rí nǹkan kan o, mo rí nǹkan kan ládùúgbò wa o. Ǹjẹ́ kábíyèsí ó ti mọ̀ báyìí? Tí wọ́n bá mú nǹkan kan ṣe, ta la fẹ́ mú báyìí o? Èmi ò ní ẹ mú kábíyèsí o. Èmi ò ní ẹ mú kábíyèsí o. So gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní agbègbè wa bá ṣe ń wà báyìí, ẹ jẹ́ ká rò ó, ojú lalákàn fi ń sọrí, ọwọ́ wa ló wà. We have contributions to make to ensure that environment, most especially the area in which we are, that we've not been having problems about kidnapping, and the thing is rearing its head in Oyo State. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ àrú ẹ̀mọ́. Security as the foundation of development. Security is the enabling condition of development where safety is uncertain. Investment retreats. Productivity declines. Education is disrupted and social trust erodes. In Nigeria, insecurity now functions as a multiplier of other crises. Poverty, inflation, unemployment, displacement, polarization, while also being fueled by them in return, this creates a vicious circle in which insecurity both reflects and deepens governance deficits. The Southwest has historically benefited from relatively stronger urban economies. Literacy, civic organization, and political bargaining capacity. Yet the region's economic gravity, transport corridors, and peri-urban expansion also generate vulnerabilities. Ibadan as a major metropolis linking Lagos to the north and serving as a gateway to many southwestern states, sits at a strategic node in national mobility and commerce, making Oyo State both a hub of opportunity and a potential theater for criminal flows. This paper is guided by 4 objectives: to describe the evolving security landscape in Nigeria and the Southwest, to identify key drivers, enabling conditions, and institutional gaps, to propose a realistic strategy framework, prevention-oriented, intelligence-led, and justice-backed, to set out clear expectations and stakeholders, emphasizing coordination and accountability. Conceptual framework: what insecurity means in the Nigerian concept. Insecurity should be understood as a condition in which individuals, communities, and institutions face persistent threats to life, property, livelihoods, and rights, and where state and community mechanisms cannot reliably prevent, deter, respond to, or remedy harm. Dimensions of insecurity. Nigeria's insecurity is multidimensional. Physical security. These are threats to life and bodily safety. That is kidnapping, banditry, terrorism, and armed robbery. Economic insecurity. Threats to livelihood and production to farm, like farm attacks, market disruptions, and extortion. Community security. Identity-based tensions and communal conflict, land disputes, ethno-religious polarization. Institutional security, threats to state authority, attacks on police stations, courts, critical infrastructure, and information security, misinformation, hate speech, and cyber-enabled fraud networks. Security as a governance outcome. Security is not produced only by armed forces. It is produced by legitimacy, justice, service delivery, and trust, along with professional security operations. Where legitimacy is low and justice is slow, citizens may resort to self-help. Where the economic fails, crime recruitment rises. And where intelligence systems are weak, threats mature undetected. Overview of Nigeria's security landscape, national patterns and typologies. Nigeria today faces multiple overlapping threat categories. Terrorism / violent extremism, notably in the Northeast with spillovers coming over down here. Banditry and mass rural violence, Northwest and parts of North Central. Kidnapping for ransom, now a national criminal economy. Farmer-herded conflicts and resource violence, widespread, often located for recurrent. Separatist-linked violence and armed agitation, notably in parts of the Southeast. Oil theft, piracy and maritime crime, that is in the Niger area. Urban organized crime, cultism and gang violence, major cities and university towns. Cybercrime and financial fraud, sometimes linked to international networks. That is very common now. That is the Yahoo Yahoo. 3 features are worth stressing. Diffusion. How do we diffuse this? Threats migrate and replicate across region. If we don't stop and prevent what is happening in an environment, there's tendencies that they continue to move. Egbo tí wọ́n tọ́jú ó máa ma fẹ̀ sí ni, àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? Criminal blend tactics, kidnapping, extortion, and arms trafficking. That those that want to combine all together, that is combine honors, they do that. Criminal economies, insecurity becomes self-financing through ransom, illegal taxation, and illicit markets. Southwest and Oyo State, regional dynamics and strategic exposure. The Southwest security challenges increasingly include kidnapping along highways, forest-related criminal hideouts, arms trafficking routes, cult violence, activity of illegal artisanal miners, and politically induced thuggery, alongside urban robbery and cyber-enabled crime. Oyo State's vulnerabilities are shaped by transport connectivity. The Lagos-Ibadan corridor and routes linking to Kwara, Osun, Ogun, and beyond. Large urban and peri-urban interface, rapid settlement expansion creates policing gaps. Forest agrarian spaces where surveillance and rapid response can be difficult. Commercial density, markets, logistics, nodes, and cash-based informal economies attract predatory crime. Without attempting to provide a full incident database here, stakeholders commonly report clusters in highway and intercity roads, that is kidnapping, robbery, peri-urban communities, burglary, and youth gangs. Forest belts, that is where you have hideouts for all these criminals and illegal camps. Boundary communities, market transport. A key reference in that is that Southwest security requires corridor security, forest area strategy, and urban crime prevention concurrently. Drivers and enablers of rising security. Insecurity escalates when drivers, that is the root causes, what is driving crime, combined with enablers, that is the condition that allow threats to succeed, structural drivers, economic stress, and youth unemployment. This one reduce legitimate opportunities, increase vulnerability to criminal recruitment. Where you don't have job, the idle hands is a devil's workshop. Weak state presence and uneven service delivery, where the state is absent and alternative authority structure emerge. Social dislocation and value erosion, declining informal controls, family oversight on community surveillance, demographic pressure and urbanization. More people in poorly serviced settlements increases crime opportunity. Institutional driver, reactive security posture, response after incidents rather than prevention, intelligence fragmentation, weak collection, analysis, sharing, and operationalization. Justice sector delays and impunity. When you arrest criminals and they are not tried promptly and face their consequences, they continue to believe that Talule Mumi. Operational enablers, arms proliferation and porous borders increase lethality and infrequent violent crime. Ungoverned spaces, forests, waterways, uncompleted buildings, and remote settlements. Weak emergency communications. Delayed stress response increases casualty and ransom success. Security is not measured by the number of arms you put in place or guards, physical guards, but by the response. It is measured in minutes. By the response, you go. Wow. Ẹni Ọlọ́run pa kò sí ṣìgìdì tó lè gbélulẹ̀ lọ jókòó. Ọjọ́ mélòó la wà ní ayé tá à ń wẹ̀ wẹ̀rin. I didn't know you were there all along. Nobody stand behind me o. Ọlọ́run ló lẹ̀ mí gbogbo wa. Tọ́lọ́run bá fẹ́ múyàn báyìí ni. Strategic response framework from incident response to risk management. The core policy shift required is from episodic reactions to continuous risk management. Pillar 1, intelligence-led security and early warning. Build structured community, intelligence networks and confidentiality safeguards. deploy intelligence analysis units at state and zonal levels, use geomapping of hotspots and predictive patrol scheduling, establish interoperable communication between federal and state actors. Pillar 2, corridor, forest, and security design. Secure highways through layered patrols, rapid response points, surveillance, implement forest area rangers, access control, ranger/hunter partnerships, and periodic clearance operations. Consistent with law and human rights standards. Improve peri-urban policing, provide patrol visibility, community liaison officers, and youth emergence. Pillar 3, criminal justice acceleration and deterrence. Fast-track prosecution of kidnapping, arms trafficking, violent robbery, and terrorism-related offenses. Upgrade forensic capacity and evidence management. Protect witnesses and encourage citizen cooperation. Deterrent is not the severity of punishment alone, but the certainty and sweetness of lawful consequences. Socioeconomic prevention and youth risk reduction. Targeted employment of apprenticeship programs in high-risk communities. Drug abuse prevention and treatment linked to community and religious institutions. School retention and technical education pathways. Rehabilitation and integration for low-level offenders where appropriate. Pillar 5, accountability, oversight, and public trust. Transparent security sector, budgeting and procurement. Complaint and oversight mechanism to reduce abuses that undermine trust. Regular stakeholders, security briefings to reduce rumors and improve operations. Stakeholders' expectations. A role-differentiated governance model. Security is shared product. The paper proposes a stakeholder security compact for your state and the Southwest, built on clear role allocation. Federal government and strategic enabling roles. Strengthen national policing capacity and interagency coordination. Improve border and management and arms interdiction. Provide legal and financial framework for sustainable police reforms and community policing. Support intelligent fusion and technology platforms. State governments, what we expect them to do, establish and strengthen a state security coordination mechanism that is multi-agency. Invest in emergency communications, surveillance and strategy points, and response mobility. If, I don't know about Oyo State government now, whether they have a standard control room. In Lagos, there's a standard control room. In Enugu, there's a standard control room. In Abuja, and one or two other states. I'm not sure about Oyo, where they can easily have easy access to incidents within the state. But if they don't have, I will recommend to them that they should have a standard control room where they can monitor their areas and their local governments. Local government, grassroots safety administration. Expectation including community safety committees at ward and local government levels linked to divisional police structures. Environmental design for safety, street lights, clearing of criminal hideouts, regulations of motor parks and markets, and oversight of our completed buildings. Support community dispute resolution and local data gathering. Road maintenance to enable patrol and quick response. We understand the local government and the states, they are getting a lot of money now. I don't see any reason why we cannot challenge them to be using the money to provide good roads that will enable, whether for healthcare, for ambulance to move fast, for police to move fast, for movement of goods and services. If we sit on our local government chairman, I think we will all have a lot to benefit from, not for them to be changing vehicles every time. It is not necessary. Traditional rulers and community leaders, legitimacy, mediation, and local intelligence. They are the greatest. I don't know why they remove the role of traditional ruler in governance in the country, because that is the first line that the community will have to governance. If there's anything, it is Kábíyèsí they are going to meet first. Kábíyèsí, ṣé ti gbọ́? Kábíyèsí, àbẹ́ ti gbọ́? Kábíyèsí, ṣé ti gbọ́? So, if anything is going to happen anywhere, it is Etí Kábíyèsí, bó ṣe wà lóko, ló wà nílé. Mediate in land and identify identities disputes early to prevent escalation. Encourage community identification system for new settlers, tenants, while protecting rights. Convene periodic security dialogues with police, local government, and community groups. Then I want to ask, why do we give some people who come to our locality separate area to reside? That is inadvertently dashing them a territory. What I am recommending is for areas so that we'll prevent what we're having as problems. If we have those we call àjèjì coming into our area, ẹ jẹ́ kó máa gbé àárín wa, kán rent ilé nulé ọ̀dọ̀ wa. Kò ń ṣe pé kí Kábíyèsí sọ pé ẹ lọ bulẹ̀ fún wọn síbẹ̀ yẹn. At the end of the day, ẹyọ kan di méjì, méjì di mẹ́ta, mẹ́ta di mẹ́wàá, ó di ogún, ó di pé ó ti di àgọ́ ṣáṣá, àgọ́ ògbìrà, àgọ́. So they are on a lord unto themselves. We should try to discourage such thing now, because that is the problem we are having all over in the Southwest now. Civil society and professional associations, accountability and preventions. Expectations include civic education and reporting channels, rights and community safety practice, independent monitoring of justice outcomes and victim support, youth empowerment and programs, reintegration support, policy advocacy grounded in data rather than sentiments. Private sector, risk sharing and economic stabilization. Expectations include support communities lighting, cameras and emergency systems in business districts, fund apprenticeships and employability programs for youth, collaborate on secure logistics and transport safety standards, contribute to victim support funds where feasible. The media, with spotlight on Splash FM. Expectations, responsible reporting, accuracy, verification, and context. Avoid sensationalism that fuels panic. Counter misinformation programming and fact-check partnerships. Security literacy, public education on prevention, reporting and emergency. Accountability journalism, follow public spending and response commitment. Dialogue platform, convene multi-stakeholder conversation with clear action points. Citizens' expectations include timely reporting of suspicious activities, avoid spreading unverified information, strengthen neighborhoods association and local safety norms, reject harboring criminals or benefiting from proceeds. Ọmọ òṣàgbàfọ̀, ó káṣọ wọlé, ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń gbà wọlé. We have that ọmọlúàbí ethos in our life in those good old days. Wọ́n ní ọmọ òṣàgbàfọ̀, ó ń káṣọ wọlé, ó dẹ̀ bí léèrè. Ọmọ ò ta mọ́tò, tó bá di aago mẹ́wàá lálẹ́, á pààkì mọ́tò mẹ́ta wọlé, ó bí léèrè. Ọmọ ẹ kò jáde lọ́sàn-án, kò jáde nírọ̀lẹ́, tó bá di ọwọ́ òru ló ń bọ́ta, ó bí léèrè. Iṣẹ́ yẹn kò ń ṣe fún ìjọba o, fún gbogbo wa ni. Create a statewide early warning and rapid response, which I've recommended. And I've said, justice delayed is justice denied. And we have to make sure that once suspects are caught, they face the consequences. Use risk reduction packages, skills and placement programs in high-risk communities, drug prevention partnership with religious bodies and schools, sports, creative hubs with mentorship and behavioral methods, monitoring, evaluation, and indicators. Suggested indicators include incident rate trends by local government and by offense type monthly, response time to distress calls, case progression rate, community trust index, hotspot reduction instead, repeat incident in identified spots, balancing security, effectiveness with rights and social trust. Insecurity tempts society towards successive forces and informal vengeance. However, heavy-handed tactics can worsen insecurity by alienating communities, reducing intelligence flow, and creating grievances. Effective security must therefore be lawful, professional, and trusted. 3 balancing principles are recommended. Legality. Operations must comply with the Constitution and human rights standard. Proportionality. Force must match threat and be accountable. Transparency. While sensitive details remain protected, performances and expenditure should be audible. Conclusion. A call to shared responsibility and coordinated action. Nigeria's rising insecurity is a national emergency with local manifestations. The Southwest and Oyo State in particular cannot treat the situation as distant or episodic. Ibadan's strategic position makes it both a beneficiary of national connectivity and a potential recipient of national rich flows, sustainable progress, and require a whole of society security compact, intelligence-led operations, corridor, and forest security, justice sector credibility, youth risk distortion, and improved trust through accountability and professionalism. As we celebrate Splash FM at 19, is symbolic of enduring civic voice, a legacy for future generations, and Honor Baba Adebayo Akonde, MFR, at 87, a symbol of enduring civic legitimacy. Let this gathering become more than a ceremony. Let it become a platform for commitment, coordination, and measurable action, a safer Oyo State, and a more secure Nigeria. Thank you very much. Baba, once again, happy birthday.
All right, I'd like you to appreciate him a bit more than that. I think we can do better. Yes. All right, so we've listened to the message. We'll listen to the message. We're going to take questions and reflections about it. So I will be taking questions. Michael Atubosu, you are going to help me here. But before I take the questions, there are many issues that are in this paper that one can raise. The lecturer said that he expects local government administration to coordinate grassroots security. And I'm looking at a question that says, given the current institutional capacity of both Nigerian local government areas, are they realistically capable of performing this function in their current state? You proposed some KPIs. If security agencies produce their own scorecards, how are we going to avoid institutional bias if they are going to be the one to create their own KPIs? In your lecture, you make a controversial submission that let those who want to live here among us as individuals. They should live among us as individuals, not as communities. By that, nomenclature such as Agogbira, Agwawusa, Sabo will cease to exist by your submission. But is residential clustering actually a proven predictor of crime? The fact that they cluster in one place, does it mean that they are prone to criminality? Don't we also cluster in other places as well? Could dismantling ethnic settlements violate constitutional rights to freedom of movement and residence where they are? It's just reflection. And so we're going to take questions at this time. So if you have a question, you will have to raise up your hand, and I'll start from here. I'm going to take 3 questions from each row for the first round. If we have opportunity for another round, then we'll go. I also want to say that I'm usually very gender sensitive. And so please, I will also take from female as I take from male. The first person I saw hand is a hand. Michael, I saw a hand first. So let's take our question. Please give her the microphone, please. Hello. Please just mention your name and your question.
Thank you for the opportunity. Good afternoon, KBSC, and my people. My name is Mrs. Oluwadare Bola Naptep from Oyo Township. My question, sir, Mr. Speaker, in your lecture, you told us that is really, I really grabbed that in a way, let me say, mostly we that in a rural area, I mean new sites. When we see all those people, let me say Hausa, yes, Hausas. Probably, you said we ought not to allow them much in our community, as your statement. That when we see, not much, that when we see one, not they be adding, and adding. If I could get it very well. Now, we can see, yes, one. And as a good citizen, and as a good community, you now go to your chairman in the community and be able to say, okay, Oga, chairman, see what I saw. Please, can we help? And this kind of thing happen in another way of this.
Madam, question.
Question is this.
Please.
Getting to police station, sir, they will tell you, please, go and take care of them. What do we do?
All right. That's the question. Thank you. The next question, please.
And then they can ask in Yoruba.
Yes, you can ask your question in Yoruba. That man in blue.
Sir, you have 1 minute. Sorry.
Please ask the question.
Directly. My name is Abraham Oladusu. I come from Olodo Ibadan here to attend this lecture. All these problems are brought by intransigence of our political organizers. So because they want to catch votes, they will ask people from our neighboring country to come in, and when they open this thing, problem will arise. For the police, the security, our porous border, they will not be checking them. How do we marry what they are doing with the security concerns? And it will blow open into our arena. All these things started from Boko Haram. They use them.
How do we deal with it, isn't it?
Yes.
Thank you. That's the question.
Senators are not tracking it. Rep are not tracking
sir.
it.
Thank you. Thank you. You see, in school, they taught us that questions start with what, why, when, how, who. All right. So just give it to him. Yes. Please, once you don't use those words, I will stop you. Ask the question. Thank you.
My name is Babalola Said Onolapo. Akekaka Kolorogbo. Ìbéèrè tí mo kàn fẹ́ béèrè mo rí i pé àwọn ìjọba náà ti wà níbí náà ẹ̀dẹ̀ ṣé ní skul kọ̀ọ̀kan ṣé kò lè ṣe pé wọ́n bá ṣe security sínú skul kọ̀ọ̀kan ni bóyá bí ọlọ́pàá bóyá bí àmọ̀tẹ́kùn kọ́ wà ní skul kọ̀ọ̀kan sẹ́yìn pé àìsí ètò ààbò ni ó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí àwọn tolóríire yẹ Babalọlá Akékaka látọlọ́nṣogo.
Akékaka o ṣeun ẹ bá ń pàdé wọ́n Akékaka kọlọ́rọ̀ ọgbọ́ má bọ̀ ní ẹnìkan láàmú náà yìí méjèèjì ò tani ká mú ẹnìkan láàmú náà yìí méjèèjì wà fún àtúbọ̀ búlù yìí.
Thank you very much. Taufik Lawal is my name from Adesheun Ogundoyin Polytechnic. Now, another election season is here, sir. And it is a common knowledge that all these political actors have their own, gangs of thugs, which they unleash on the society whenever there are elections. So how do we actually wriggle out of this? Our own leaders are the fomenters of trouble because they want to win elections. How do we wriggle out, sir?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Adedamola Akpankpa is my name. In view of the fact that crime is local, sir, are you in support of state police or not?
Come here. Thank you very much. I also wanted to ask him, I did not hear him mention state police at all in his submission. Yes, the Baba here.
Mr. Speaker, sir, you spoke about criminality, apprehension, and dispensation of justice in your lecture. And we found that with time, these things have been a complex riddle. How do the police, our policing system, and our judicial system work together in synergy so that criminality will not endure after they have been apprehended, so that justice will be served?
Thank you. Give that Mama. Mama, oya bèrè yín.
Orúkọ mi ni Abigail Adébóyè alias Ìgbẹ́lówó.
Ìgbẹ́ náà ló wà.
Yes.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Ẹ bá pàtẹ́wọ́ fún ìyá, yìí.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, Lágẹ̀lú, wọ́n máa ń fi nọ́mbà tà dáadáa. Kí ló dé tí Splash wọ́n fi nọ́mbà tà tẹ́ bá ròyìn tán? Why?
Ọ̀dà, ìbéèrè ńlá nù, àwọn ọ̀gá owó dáhùn. Ẹ bá fún bàbá yìí. Wọ́n ní kílódé kí fi nọ́mbà tà tá a bá parí ìròyìn wa. Àwa nọ́mbà ọ̀gá wa ti gbọ́. Ọ̀gá wa ti gbọ́, á fi ìta.
Mo kí gbogbo ilé, mo sì kí bàbá mi kábíyèsí Múrítàlá Àkàndé. Ẹ má bínú kí mo bá yín lóye, mo pè yín lórúkọ. Láṣẹ Elédùmarè, ẹ kájọ Ìbàdàn. Ìbéèrè tí mo fẹ́ béèrè, èmi gangan ni ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀ sí.
Ẹ má sọ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ o.
Ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, mo kàn fẹ́ sọ pọ́ìntì bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Mo wá lọ sí station, mo lọ sọ pé àwọn kan ń pè mí ní ọba ayé. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá gba statement mi sílẹ̀. Bọ̀ lẹ́yìn ìgbà yẹn, mi ì rí ìgbésẹ̀ kankan kí wọ́n gbé. Ìyẹn ni mo wá ní pé ọ̀nà wo ni mo tún lè gbé gbà láti pa iná ìrìn àjò yẹn.
Ó yé mi, ẹ ṣeun. Ẹyọ kan ló kù lápá bí. Ta ni wàá fún báyìí? Ó yá fún bàbá Bọ́láníwà. Ẹ má bínú. Bàbá Bọ́láníwà. Ẹ jókòó sà.
Mo kí kábíyèsí bàbá wa Múrítàlá Àkàndé. Ọjọ́ kan ìgbà ọdún, Alhaji Suleiman Ọládípò Bọ́láníwà Ọlọ́run Ṣẹ̀gi Àlàmú Oríjàjọgùn. Wọ́n sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan wípé kábíyèsí la bá rí nǹkan kan ní community, a wá sọ fún kábíyèsí pé a rí nǹkan o. Tó bá jẹ́ pé bí Splash ṣe ń fi nǹkan síta àti báwa ṣe ń pè, ṣé kábíyèsí náà ni ọba sọ fún ààrẹ àbí gọ́vnà nítorí pé àwa ń rí ní community adẹ̀ ń sọ pàápàá irú ọ̀nà ara wa yìí mo sọ ti ẹ̀kan nú àwọn traditional ruler wa tó observe pé àwọn kan fẹ́ settle síbi táwọn kan máa ń settle sí tí á dẹ̀ ta ló lóbó ó fún àwọn ẹni 24 hours bóyá ọ̀nà ara ní àbá ti kọ́ gbọ́ ìró àwọn Boko Haram ṣùgbọ́n 24 hours ò pé táwọn yẹn fi lọ mo rẹ̀ pọ́n àbá wa mí àwọn baálẹ̀ akábí wọn wà ń bí so gbọ́wọ́ ẹgbẹ́ bí splash ṣe ń pọn rere tí wọ́n ń sọ bóò ní ààrẹ medium wo ni ààrẹ ṣe ń gbọ́ tí ó sì gbọ́ tí ó dẹ̀ ní impact.
All right, thank you. Mr. Atubosun, ẹ bá fún ọkùnrin. Mo ń bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ yín o, mo ń bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ tọ̀dọ̀ yín, mo ń bọ̀.
Kábíyèsí, káde ó pẹ́ lórí sà, kí bàtà pẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀. My able Assistant Inspector General of Police retired, Chief Tunji Alapene, my former Oga. I happens to be your boy when you were the DPO Idianyure Division. Lawrence Kunle Alaka is my name. My question goes like this. I observed something, that when a police officer charged a criminal with a grievous offense to court, after taking this matter to court, and the real offender was convicted and is to be hanged, either to be hanged or to do otherwise with him. What we always say in this our nation, Nigeria, is that those people will be kept in the prison yard. Nothing will be done to them until later, maybe a governor will just say he's releasing the suspect on the maybe amnesty or this and that. This thing is, that's my question, sir. Why are they kept and nothing is done?
Okay, you got the question, sir. Yes, you got the question already. Yeah, thank you. Go to the back. Baba Egbadu Anchesi. Egbadu Anchesi. Oh yeah. Funny can no one bell.
Thank you very much, sir. I have about 3 questions. One of it has already been asked. And I will talk basically on when you said state-level security coordination. Now, given Nigeria's constitutional structure that keeps policing centralized under its exclusive legislative list, is a state-driven security compact a genuine solution, or does it risk creating parallel authority structures that federal policymakers will eventually have no formally absorbed, regulate, or dismantle? What does this tension reveal about the unresolved federalism question in Nigerian governance architecture?
But I thought that we have changed our central police to 2 policing system now by the law. Let's give it to her.
Nǹkan tẹ́mi fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni pé ìgbà tí wọ́n fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ lecture wọn ní ojúlàlá kan fi ń sọ̀rọ̀. Téèyàn bá wá rí nǹkan kan tó kẹ́fìn àwọn nǹkan kan ládùúgbò, tẹ́ ẹ bá mú lọ sí police station, ẹ sanwó. Wọ́n ó dá yín dúró, wọ́n ò ní ẹrẹ̀wó epo káwọn wá wò. Ẹni tẹ́mi wá fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni pé ṣé gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì kò kì í fi àwọn nǹkan owó sí àpò wọn láti máa gbọ́ bùkátà àwọn ìta bá kẹ́fín bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ni.
Ẹ bá ń pàtàkì fún béèrè yìí. All right, please allow him to attend to these questions, please. Thank you. Yes.
èèyàn kan béèrè níbẹ̀ yẹn pé kí ni wọ́n máa ṣe fún tẹ́ bá rí èèyàn kan tí ó kù díẹ̀ káàtó when you see suspected person in the community àbí èèyàn kan béèrè mẹ́ẹ̀ pé kí ni kẹ́ ṣe sí kí lẹ́yìn fẹ́ ṣe sí. Yes. Èmi ò mọ̀ ń pa yẹn. Ẹ mú sùúrù, èmi ò mọ̀ ń pa yẹn. Two different things. If you report, number one, kí náà ń pe 17. Mẹ́tàdínlógún.
Mẹ́tàdínlógún.
Àlòkù ọlọ́pàá ni mí. Ọdún mẹ́tàdínlógún mo ti kúrò nínú iṣẹ́ yẹn. Kò kàn mí ní tó ń lọ nínú ọlọ́pàá ń sìn. Ìmọ̀ràn lèmi máa fún yín. Tẹ́ bá lọ rìpọ́ọ̀tì police station nígbà tèmi náà kéré ti jẹ̀jẹ̀ jọ́ ọlọ́pàá wọ́n wá rìpọ́ọ̀tì ní police station pé àti mólè òun rèé wàá dẹ̀ yí padà á máa lọ. Wọ́n mólè mo mú dání mọ̀ wojú ẹ̀ wọ́n ló lè ní ẹ́ ẹni tó mú wádà ó ti lọ kí ni tó gbé kí ni mo fẹ́ charge fún ó wà lọ́dọ̀ mi police station báyìí ìwọ tó mú wá ó ti lọ n tó jí ò sọ fún mi n tó jí lọ́wọ́ èèyàn kan ò sọ fún mi ó dẹ̀ ti lọ ó ti di ẹrù sọ́wọ́ mi lọ́wọ́ ọlọ́pàá èmi gbà tẹ́mi join mo ti rí o ó wá lọ kí ni fẹ́ fi ṣe sọ fún mi ẹjọ́ tó lọ ìmọ̀ràn fún gbogbo wa ni o kí ni mo fẹ́ fi ṣe kí ni mo wọ́n sọ fún mi kí ni fẹ́ fi ṣe kí ó kéde tani máa lọ màá ní kó màá tí kò kan náà mú wá ó jalè Yínká Agboola ló jí tẹlifóònù rèé ẹni tó jí fóònù ẹ̀ rèé ẹni tó jalè rèé àgbà statement àríkọ́dẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n ó jalè àárín tó jí ọwọ́ ẹni tó ti jí àárí kí la fẹ́ fi ṣe ẹ máa tàbá ń sàn kan ká máa rówó ni o fọ̀rọ̀ èrò mi wọ́n ní èèyàn fẹ́ lọ rajà níbì kan wọ́n ní ó tajà ẹ̀wọ̀n mi ní tó máa poró ọjà ẹni tó ń tajà ọ̀nà méjì ni òun fẹ́ gain ìwọ náà fẹ́ rà ní lọ́pọ̀ àbí so wá kù sẹ́ẹ̀ méjì lórí ọjà kan náà ìwọ fẹ́ rà níye báyìí òun fẹ́ tà níye báyìí òun fẹ́ bó ṣe máa roko sọ́dọ̀ tiẹ̀ ìwọ wá bó ṣe máa roko sí ọ̀dọ̀ tiẹ̀ bí ọ̀rọ̀ arábìnrin ẹ̀ ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn o tó bá no report ní police station and you are not putting your feet down to make sure that somebody has committed an offense and you want something to be done, I don't think you are going to blame anybody. Ọ̀rọ̀ tá a bá ń sọ ká máa fi rówó ni. Tó bá pé ọmọ tiẹ̀ ni wọ́n gbé tọ́mú lọ police station tọ́ ní olè ni wọ́n dẹ̀ mú sọ́dọ̀ ọlọ́pàá. Ṣé o máa fọwọ́ sẹ́yìn báyìí? Wàá kọ́kọ́ bèrè pé kí ni tó jí? Tó bá pé ọmọ tiẹ̀ ni wàá ní kí ni tó jí? Tó bá ti lè gbà á ẹ má fi nǹkan lọ ọlọ́pàá. Number 2, èèyàn kan bèrè ní pé how can kí ni ṣe tí ìjọba wọn lè provide security ní gbogbo school àbí ta ló bèrè mẹ́ẹ̀ nígbà tí mo bọ́ síbẹ̀ yẹn tí máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ kábíyèsí tẹ́ bá rán mi létí o kí ni mo sọ ojú lalákàn fi ń ṣọ́rí ní wọ́ọ̀dù tẹ́ bá wà ní àdúgbò tẹ́ ń gbé ojú wo ni akọ̀yìn fi ń ṣọ́ orí ká tó pe ọlọ́pàá mélòó ló wà the whole of Nigeria, the whole of Nigeria, we are 300 and some, ó pọ̀ ju 400,000. Half of it ni 36 governor pín, àbí? Ló ń ṣe wín tó ń léwo akúrò títì, àbí? Lára half tó kù yẹn náà ní gbogbo àwọn senator náà ń kó káàkiri, àbí? Ìjọ ti rìtáyà, ọlọ́pàá ò sí nílé mi, ọlọ́pàá kò gáàdì lé mi, ọmọ mi ló fún mi ní ọ́dìlì ẹ̀, ọlọ́pàá ni, ló ní bàbá ẹ má wọ̀rì, Ìbàdàn lẹ́ ń lọ, àwa sì nílò yín, á sìn yín lọ, á sìn yín bọ̀, tó bá ti dé ẹ máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa ń ṣe kónkóló, Yínká Agbọ́lá òun ló jókòó, àbí? Fúnra mi ni mò ń wára mi. Gbogbo ọlọ́pàá tí ó wà kò lè tó máa ká gbogbo skul tó wà. Tábà tiẹ̀ wo ward tó wà níbi tí Trenchard Hall wà yìí, tó máa ní kàn tẹ̀ mú skul mélòó ló wà, ọlọ́pàá mélòó náà fẹ́ provide. Ìyẹn mo ṣe kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ojú ni alákànfin ṣọ́rí. Àwa náà ta wà ní àdúgbò, ta wà ní kíní tí àwa gangan ṣe láti fi dáàbò bo ara wa. Nítorí nígbà tí wọ́n ní kí wọ́n á sọ̀rọ̀ mi nílùú gbogbo ohun tá à ń sọ wọ̀nyí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́, àní bí a ṣe lè dáàbò bo ara pé èmi ti máa dá wà níbì kan tí wàhálà kan bá dé kí ni ṣe máa yọra mi. Ìwọ tó jókòó báyìí sí tí nǹkan kan bá dé ó ní lọ́pẹ́ tó wà mẹ́ẹ̀ pé ìwọ ló bá ló wà mẹ́ẹ̀ ẹni tó fẹ́ pè ọ̀nà ẹ̀ jìn. Kí ni tí ìwọ lè kọ́kọ́ ṣe fúnra ẹ̀ náà láti dáàbò bo ara ẹ̀? That is the issue we are talking about. That is why I said we have to start from the world level. Ká fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀. Bá ṣe jókòó sí báyìí ṣe mo nílò. Tí máa bèrè pé ta ló jókòó sí ẹ̀gbẹ́ ọwọ́ ọ̀tún ẹlòmíì ò rí kò mọ̀ kò lè dá mọ̀. Tí bá ní ta ló jókòó sẹ́yìn ẹ̀ aṣọ olówó ò lè dá mọ̀. Ojú lalákànfin ṣọ́rí, gbogbo àná la máa ṣọ́ ní tó ń lọ ṣọ́ṣọ̀ṣọ́ ní àdúgbò wa. Ọlọ́run á fún wa ṣe. Èèyàn kan bèrè ó ní election bọ̀, kí wàá tèmi bẹ̀. Ṣé mo gbàpò tí ìbò ni? Election bọ̀, tẹ́ election bá ń bọ̀, kó bọ̀ kó dé báyìí, tí n bá ti kúrò mú padà sílé nì, Èkó, election bọ̀, wọ́n kó tọ́ọ̀gù, wọ́n kó wàhálà ẹ̀yin náà ni. Ẹ̀yin lòṣèlú, èmi ò ń ṣèṣèlú. Mo gbàpò tí ìbò, mi ò pèèyàn kan wá dìbò fún mi. So tí a bá jọ wà ní yàrá tábà lè sọ fúnra wa pé kíní àwọn tọ́ọ̀kì tá a jẹ́ ń sọ wọ̀nyí wàá pa náà gbogbo ala mọ̀ wọ́n. Ńgbà tá a bá mọ tọ́ọ̀kì tí gbogbo àbá lè panu pọ̀ láti sọ pé wá àmọ́ ẹ o, ìwọ ló ń fa wàhálà. Àwa náà la fún ara wa la máa fọwọ́ wa tún lu wa ṣe. Èèyàn kọ́kọ́ ní wá láti ibìkan láti bá wa tún ṣe. Fúnra wa la máa fọwọ́ tún lu yìí ṣe. Tábà lè ṣe ó kù sí wa lọ́wọ́. Èèyàn kan bèrè nìkan ó ní state police pé I didn't say anything about state police. You gave me 3 topics. State police, one other thing, and I said I want to talk about what can we do. I'm not interested in state police. That is forgone. They've made up their mind. Whatever I say, kí ló máa ṣe sí? Ṣé ó change kábíyèsí? Wọ́n náà fẹ́ ṣe state police, Túnjí Alápìnní ní kó má ṣe, kí ni tèmi ti jẹ́? Wọ́n ti make up, wọ́n náà wà ní house. Gbogbo police tó wà ní gbogbo kìínísìn, they are law enforcers. House tó ń lọ, àwọn náà ń ṣe law, they are law makers, àbí? Tó bá ti make law tó ń gbé síta, wọ́n á gbé fún ọlọ́pàá. Ọlọ́pàá máa ṣe kí ni? Wọ́n máa enforce ẹ̀. Ó dá o, kò dá o, law enforcers ni ọlọ́pàá. Ní tí problem wà pẹ̀lú ọlọ́pàá tí àwọn èèyàn mọ ìyàtọ̀ nínú ọlọ́pàá àti olóṣèlú nìyẹn. Lawmakers will make the law. They will talk about do referendum, come to the area, come and tell community. Kí lẹ rí sí law yìí, kí lẹ rí sí law yìí, kí lẹ rí sí law tí wọ́n á tún padà lọ sínú ilé wọn, wọ́n á lọ pass ẹ̀. Tó bá ti dòfin, wọ́n á gbé síta. Ọlọ́pàá enforce. It is not the job of police to say law yìí is obnoxious. Law yìí kò dáa. Tó bá pa òfin lé nísìn, kó ní gbogbo àkàmà forí rìn, a máa forí rìn ni o. Unless ẹ bá tún padà lọ láti lọ change ẹ pé a lè forí rìn o, ẹsẹ̀ àádọ́ la máa sọ pé a lè forí rìn. But until tí gbogbo bá mú agbára tí a ní ọwọ́ wa láti fi tòlú yìí, bá ṣe wà yìí la máa wà o. Somebody mentioned about arrest and prosecution. Why the delay, one arrest, one prosecute, then want to release. Prerogative of mercy, prerogative, the power ọba pàṣẹ wá ní governor, àbí? Ó dẹ̀ lágbára. Ìyẹn ló ṣe máa ń gun àwọn gómìnà míì. Agbára ẹ̀ pọ̀. Gómìnà ni ó lè wo wáyé sí University of Ibadan. Ẹ dáwó. Wọ́n á wo náà ni. Kó wo tán. Ó yá ẹ̀tún kọ́. Owó ẹ̀kọ́, owó ìjọba ni. Wọ́n á tútù kọ́ náà ni, àbí? As long as tó bá wà lórí seat. Tá bá jéèlì tán máa wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n mú yàn. Wọ́n sentence to jail. Ó wà ń bẹ̀. Wọ́n ní governor àbí alósọ̀rọ̀ yẹn náà. Wọ́n ní wọ́n release ẹ̀ from prison. What has that got to do with you and I? The governor is exercising agbára ẹ̀ ni. Pé tó bá dàsìkò kérésì, àwọn la máa dáríjì. Tó bá dàsìkò independence, àwọn la fẹ́ dáríjì. Òun ló lágbára ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́. Bó bá dẹ̀ ṣe òun ló lè lò ó. So kò sí wa ṣe fẹ́ question ẹ̀. So tẹ̀ bá fẹ́ question ẹ má bi èmi. Ẹ lọ bi ẹni tó sọ pé ń release yẹn. Kó dá yín lóhùn. Kàtúwo kí náà tó béèrè lọ́wọ́ mi títí lè dáhùn tó kàn mí bí wáyé o. Mi ò tún rántí mọ́ o. Èèyàn kan béèrè pé bóyá wọ́n ní tó máa ń ṣe nǹkan kan lọ sọ fún kábíyèsí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ a ní etí kábíyèsí lóko bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló sì wà nílé bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló wà láàfin. Mi ò tí ì rí kábíyèsí náà nílùú kan tó máa ní nǹkan kan ṣẹlẹ̀. Èmi ò tí ì mọ̀ o, mi ò tí ì jẹ kábíyèsí rí o. Mi dẹ̀ sí ìran mi ò ń jọba. Mi ò tí ì rí kábíyèsí náà o. Pé ní agbègbè tó bá wà ní domain wọn, pé tí nǹkan kan bá wà pé èèyàn kan olófòfó kan ò ní wá, pé nǹkan kan ṣẹlẹ̀ àbí nǹkan kan ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ó fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ tí ò ní sọ kábíyèsí mo fẹ́ rí ní mo rí ó fẹ́ ojú rere kábíyèsí àwa irọ́ ni o òótọ́ ni o kábíyèsí mo rí kinní kan ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ti gbọ́ ṣá kábíyèsí ní gbọ́ kí ni nígbà tí ń bọ̀ ní kinní sí mo níbi kí n ṣe mọ bí junction níbi mọ́ṣáláṣí tàbá ti gbà níbi church àgùdà tó wà ní ọwọ́ ọ̀tún yẹn àmàrà àwọn kan tó mà tún wọlé síbẹ̀ sí àti mọ̀ tẹ̀sán wọn ni lọ pé balógun wá fún mi lọ pé tàmọ̀dù wá fún mi wá lọ fi mú filẹ̀ àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ni wọ́n ṣe é kábíyèsí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àbí mo ti ká yín mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ so kò sí tó fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ ní agbègbè bí wọn gbọ́ lénìí bí kábíyèsí kò bá gbọ́ lénìí wọn á gbọ́ lọ́la. ìyẹn mo ń sọ pé gbogbo ohun tí à ń ṣe pé kọ́ sì fún àwọn kábíyèsí wa kọ́ fún wọn ní agbára láti bá bójútó gbogbo agbègbè wọn láti ran ìjọba ní ọwọ́. ìwọ gbogbo ìtàn sọ pé wọ́n yọ gbogbo kìnnì kúrò wọ́n ń tanra wọn ni. ọ̀ǹtì tí àwọn kábíyèsí tó bá fún wọn padà ní agbára táti wà kó tó di pọ́n bí èmi táwa mọ̀ kàn ń ṣe o tó ń ṣe traditional council tó ń ṣe kìnnì tó ń ṣe gbogbo everything wẹ́ a ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń rìn ni àti dèbí tá à ń lọ.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo fẹ́ yànnàná àwọn kankan tí wọ́n sọ kébì náà fi díẹ̀ kù nínú ẹ̀. Ṣẹ̀rí téèyàn ò bá máa gbé oko nǹkan tí wọ́n sọ yẹn ó lè má yé dáadáa. Èmi lóko tá à ń gbé bẹ̀ ní Bàkàtàrì. Ẹ ti ìyàwó lé díẹ̀ báyìí wọ́n pè bẹ̀ ní Arárọ̀ tàbá mọ ẹni tó mọ̀ bẹ̀. Ṣẹ́rí bí nǹkan tí wọ́n sọ èmi máa ń picture ẹ̀. Mo ti sọ dáadáa lórí rédíò many times wípé baálẹ̀ Arárọ̀ ó ní àwọn ìjòyè lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ tí gbogbo wọn ń gbégbẹ̀ yẹn. Wọ́n ní olórí ọ̀dọ́ ní gbogbo ibẹ̀ yẹn. Wọ́n mọ gbogbo wa. Tó bá fẹ́ ṣe ọ̀nà kan bì kan tó fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan kan sí community wọ́n máa ń wá wá. Àwa tá à gbé bẹ̀. So tí ìjọba bá wọ́n ní 1.2 billion àbí nǹkan ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ state mi fi address any particular government but wọ́n mọ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ state mi ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ state wọ́n ní bí 1.2 billion là ń gbà ní security votes lọ́yọ́ state ní oṣooṣù. Tí a bá wá mú owó yẹn gẹ́gẹ́ bí gómìnà tí a pè àwọn local government chairman wa pé ìwọ gba iye báyìí ìwọ gba iye báyìí ìwọ gba iye báyìí fún security ní local government ẹ òun náà wá mú owó yẹn á pe àwọn ọba á pe àwọn ọba tó wà lábẹ́ ọba níbẹ̀ á pe àwọn baálẹ̀ á ní àdúgbò yín o owó security rèé kí ni wọ́n fẹ́ fowó security yẹn ṣe bóyá wọ́n fẹ́ yan vigilante ládùúgbò wọn ni bóyá wọ́n yan ara wọn náà lọ́lọ́dẹ ni ìgbà kan wà táwọn kan ń jí màálù kó ládùúgbò tí mò ń sọ ètò ẹ pé ńṣe ni akóra wa jọ tá a ní òkè ìwọ mú èèyàn méjì wá nínú àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ẹ lóko ìwọ mú èèyàn kan wá ká a dà wọ́n pọ̀ à ń fún wọn lówó wọ́n ń ṣe patrol ó já sí nǹkan tí wọ́n ń sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan pé ojú lálákàn fi ń ṣọ́rí ká má dúró de ìgbà tí ìjọba máa increase police population wá sí 1 million tí wọ́n dẹ̀ máa set state police bí i another 1 million per state àmẹ́jẹ̀ká dúró dìgbà yẹn mo kàn fi yẹn ṣe example ní ẹ má jẹ́ rúbọ yìí so ìyẹn ni mo ní kí n yànnà náà díẹ̀ tẹ́ bá visualize tẹ́ bá kàn wò pé kí ni ẹ má jẹ́ ká máa sọ lọ́rọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká múṣẹ mo sọ̀rọ̀ kan gbàgbọ́ wà ń bẹ̀ mo sọ pé olófòfó níta mí ìbá olófòfó kò mí pé nǹkan tó burú jáì wípé à wà ládùúgbò kan inú ìgboro Olúyọ̀lé mò ń gbé so tá a bá ràlejò ní street wa àmọ́ èmi fúnra mi máa ń challenge ẹ̀ tí bá dẹ̀ tó ń kọjá lọ ní street wa tí mò ń drive máa dúró pé níbo ló ń lọ ta ló ń wá ṣẹ́bọ̀n ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ kó tó di pé ó wọ̀ wá lára ẹ ṣé.
Thank you very much. Sir, there's a question you did not address. Somebody asked a question there that kí ló dé táwọn ọlọ́pàá ò kì í fi lépo nu ọkọ̀ wọn.
Èèyàn ò lè. Àwọn obìnrin wà mí kẹ́ ǹjẹ́ obìnrin tí ò lóyún bímọ kò lóyún ẹ̀dẹ̀ fẹ́ bímọ ọlọ́pàá ẹ fún wọn níṣẹ́ ẹ fún wọn lówó láti fi ṣiṣẹ́ ṣé wọ́n lè ṣe ṣé wọ́n lè ṣe mo ti ṣiṣẹ́ ní bíbá ìrí mo ti ṣe DPO mo ṣe DPO Àpáta mo ṣe DPO Ìdí-Aró mo ṣe Agúgù mo ṣe Ìdí Ayùnrẹ́ mo ṣe Agodi tí ó bá ti di pé okùn kàràǹgídá àwọn bàbá tá máa lọ ké bá nì. sóyí pé bàbá ó kù díẹ̀ káàtó tí ò jẹ́ tètè dé ọ̀dọ̀ yín ni mọ́tò wa ó bàjẹ́ mo fẹ́ tún ṣe ok máa ní kí mẹkáníìkì mi kó wá bá yín wò ó wọ́n bá wò wọ́n á tún ṣe wọ́n á lọ sọ́dọ̀ bàbá ẹ ṣé bàbá mo tún dúpẹ́ ẹ tàná ẹ ṣé o. Kí ni ó fà yẹn ẹni tó níṣẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ ẹ̀ òun ní tìjọba òun la ṣe sọ fún yín pé ojú làlákàn fi ń ṣọ́rí òun náà à ń pé gbogbo kìíní sìn a ní state governor wa ń bẹ̀ a ní local government a ní chairman ṣé wọn ò fún wọn ní allocation láti fi ṣiṣẹ́ ni the same thing náà ní ọlọ́pàá ní police wọ́n fún wọn but n ta wá ń sọ nísìnyí ni pé n tí wọ́n fún wọn ó yẹ kó máa béèrè fún bó ṣe yẹ kó tó sí nígbà tí wọ́n ń béèrè owó lọ́jọ́ kìíní pijó yìí 2000 là ń rà ẹ̀ ń béèrè owó fún 2000 láti ra pijó 30 years ago pijó yìí ó ti di 200,000 naira ẹ tún ṣì ń béèrè 2000 naira kílẹ̀ 2000 mélòó lè máa tujọ láti ra another one so tá a bá ń sọ gbogbo kí n tà ń sọ a dẹ̀ ní àwọn gbogbo àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi tó jẹ́ senator house of rep mo ti bá jà torí mo máa bú wọn ni ẹ wúlò wúlò ṣe bá àdúgbò aláwà báyìí sìn kí ni tó ṣe sí àdúgbò yìí láti lọ jà kí n máa gbọ́ lórí tẹlifíṣàn pé òun ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí pé àwọn ọlọ́pàá mọ́tò wọn ò dáa àwọn sójà tó ń wà ní kíní òjò ń pa wọ́n títì kíní ṣé mo gbọ́ lẹ́nu ẹ̀ rí gbogbo àníbìlú yìí ṣe máa da ó kù sọ́wọ́ wa.
Thank you very much, sir. Well, ṣáà tí ìṣètò àti lọ́ọ́lé ni. So let's stop the question and answer session. Let's stop the question and answer session. Some people have been here since 8 a.m. Àwọn kan ti jẹ́ látago mẹ́jọ àárọ̀. Ẹ dákun, a lè béèrè gbogbo béèrè tán. Ẹnìkan gan sẹ́ndì kan sí mi pé kí n béèrè lọ́wọ́ wọn. Ṣùgbọ́n àkókò ò lè tó láti béèrè rẹ̀. But thank you very much. I want you to give yourself a round of applause for being a good audience. Thank you so much. Okay, we would like to pray a prayer right now. Àwọn kan bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ ní kòpẹ́kòpẹ́ yìí wípé a ti gbàdúrà lédè ní ti ìlànà Kristẹni, a gbàdúrà nílànà Mùsùlùmí. Wọ́n mọ̀ pé ọ̀gá mi Bíọ́dún Ládépò bí mi pé ṣeun àwọn ti ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń kọ́. Àwọn ti ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ náà sì wà ní bàbá kẹ́pẹ́. Ọ̀yá àdúrà ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bá mi mọ̀ bọ̀ ẹ mọ̀ bọ̀. Wọ́n láwọn fẹ́ gbàdúrà fún kábíyèsí nílànà tìṣẹ̀ṣe.
Mo kí kábíyèsí bàbá mi ọba Muritàlá. Mo kí wọn wípé wọ́n kú ọjọ́ òbí òní, ọ̀pọ̀ rẹ̀ ni wọ́n ṣe lókè pẹ́ o. Olódùmarè tó ní ayé tó ní ọ̀run yóò fi ṣọ́ àti ààbò rẹ̀ yóò fi ṣọ́ wọn. Yóò jẹ́ kán mọ̀ ṣe nígbà tí Ifá sọ wípé ìka sárasára àwọ̀ ọba ló dífá bọ́ba, ọba sunkún pípa àwọn ọ̀káyé, ẹbọ wọn ní kó mọ̀ múrú, ẹbọ wọn ní kó mọ̀ mú ṣe. Ipò ọba ní ó ka, àyàfi bó ka ọba ti káwọ́, ipò ọba ní ó ka. Olódùmarè tó ń jẹ́ kí ipa yín mọ̀ ká kò ní padà lẹ́yìn yín. A ti ṣe ọdún yìí, a ṣe ọ̀pọ̀ ọdún. Òdúdú ni òwúlẹ̀ dùn, òkùnkùn ni òwúlẹ̀ kùn. Gbàlagbàlà wà gbàlà, adéáfátẹ́ni lára àwo lókun, abùfátẹ́ni lára àwo lọ́sà, adéáfátẹ́ni lára àwo ojú omi, atẹ́ni lára àwo lókun lórúkọ tá a pajé, atẹ́ni lára àwo lọ́sà lórúkọ tá a paya, atẹ́ni lára àwo ojú omi lórúkọ tá a péré gbogbo. Ọ̀run mi lè rìgì àlọ́ ìfáwọn játẹ́ni lára ọ̀tẹ́wà bàbá mi ẹ̀ẹ́ni tẹ́ o ẹ̀ẹ́ni tí Elédùmarè tó ń bá yín ṣe yóò túbọ̀ mọ́ bá yín ṣe. Omi ẹ̀jẹ̀ àti gbogbo nǹkan tí Elédùmarè dá sí yín lára, Elédùmarè yóò túbọ̀ mọ́ fi àjíǹde ara pípé yóò máa fi fún yín àtẹ̀yìn àtaya àtọmọ àtẹbí àtará. Bàbá mi, adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run, adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run.
Àṣẹ, àṣẹ, sá, àṣẹ wà. Ẹ ṣé wa dúpẹ́ o. It's time for us to cut the cake, the anniversary cake right now, because Baba is going somewhere else, and our speaker also has another event to attend in Lagos. So please, can we bring the cake down here? Can we please bring the cake down here? For those people in charge of this cake, please. Let's get the cake to the stage here, please. Get the cake to the stage. And as I invite none other than àwọn kan ń pè ní Àbẹ̀ní Agbọ́n, àwa kan ń pè ní ìyàwó Òlì.
Splash FM 105.5.
Please bring it there. So we will be taking the cutting of the cake in a moment. Thank you. Please help me put it there. Now, before we call the chairman to cut the cake, we would like to present awards for two distinguished personalities in our midst just before we do the cutting of the cake. And that's for us to recognize the contribution of the chairman of this occasion. We have an award for him, as well as the keynote speaker, the anniversary lecture speaker this afternoon. And so, for us to do that, I'd like to call none other than one of our board members, one of our Ogas, my boss, who is also here. I'd like to invite Mr. Bayo Akande Jr., who is also the senior advisor to the governor on ICT and e-governance. Please, a round of applause for my boss. A round of applause for him as he's coming.
Appreciation.
So, DJ, thank you. The first person to give the award is the chairman of this occasion. Mr. Chairman, please step forward. The chairman of the occasion will be the first person to get this award. As you have heard, an ardent listener of Splash FM, a man who understands what we do very well. Sir.
Thanks for your presence, sir. Thank you. On behalf of Oba Muritala Adebayo Akonde, we'd like to sincerely thank you for gracing us with your presence and for your wise words. And we look forward to continuing our already fruitful relationship with you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for this. I hope, I know, I pray that you guys will keep up the good work. Thank you.
I'd like to invite our keynote speaker to please step forward for the award time. So he will be coming forward. I'd like to invite Chief Tunji Alakpini, NPM, PSC plus MSc MNI, Assistant Inspector General of Police, retired, for his own award. Thank you, sir, for what you have done.
Thank you so much, sir, for that brilliant lecture. I think I speak for everyone when we say we learned a lot, and we thank you for your service, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. All right. Mo ní àwọn kan pè ní Àbẹ̀ní Agbọ́n. Àwọn míì wọ́n pè ní ìyàwó Òlì. Tó bá fi ẹnà sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ lè mọ̀ mọ̀ tí ń wí dáadáa. Ẹ bá ń pàtẹ́wọ́ fún Títílayọ̀ Akínsọlá, ìyàwó Òlì. She's going to help us with the cutting of the cake. Mo mọ̀ wípé ó lọ léèwé o, ṣùgbọ́n kò ní sọ èèbó ní, mo mọ̀ bí ò ní fẹ́ sọ èèbó. Èmi ò mọ̀ sọ èèbó on her behalf. Ẹ bá ń pàtẹ́wọ́ fún Títílayọ̀ Akínsọlá tí ń bọ̀, ẹ bá ń pàtẹ́wọ́ fún. Ó máa ń tijú díẹ̀díẹ̀. Ó máa ń tijú. ọmọ tó tijú ni.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen.
Ó ṣe èbó. Ó ṣe èbó.
Kí ló dé gan-an?
Ìgbọ́ kò ṣe èbó rí ni.
A kí gbogbo wa pé a kú kalẹ̀. Ẹ ṣé, ẹ kú ìdìde fún ti àjọ̀dún oríkádún ọdún 19 tá a dá iléeṣẹ́ rédíò ọmọlúàbí Splash 105.5 FM sílẹ̀. Àti ti bàbá wa aláṣẹ àti olùdarí tó ń ti olùdásílẹ̀ iléeṣẹ́ West Midland Communication ti iléeṣẹ́ Splash FM àti Lágelú tí wọ́n pé ọdún 87 lókè èpẹ̀. A kí kábíyèsí wípé ẹ ṣe ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọdún sí lókè èpẹ̀ torí ó wù àwa kẹ́ ẹ pé 150 láyé. Àwa tá a bá fẹ́ kí bàbá sì lo 150 ẹ jẹ́ ànáwọ́ wa sókè. Ṣé rí páwọn èèyàn nífẹ̀ẹ́ yín gan? Bàbá láwọn ò fẹ́ pé 150 ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ ní bàbá ẹ jọ̀ọ́. A fẹ́ kọ́ pẹ́ sí ni o. Ẹ tún bẹ̀ pẹ́ sí nínú àlàáfíà ara. Gbogbo àwa tá a wà ní high table yẹn ẹ jọ̀ọ́. A bá wa dìde. Ó ṣeé ṣe kí kábíyèsí má dìde ntí wọn kọ́ nawọ́ sí cake. Kí picture yẹn kó lè yọ dáadáa. Kábíyèsí làwọn fẹ́ dìde o. Ẹni kábíyèsí o.
Kábíyèsí o.
Ẹni wọ́n lè kó Olúbàdàn o. A kí olórí màmá wa Àkàndé ojú òní tì í màmá. Ẹ túbọ̀ kó wa jẹ̀pẹ́. Bàbá ẹ náwó sí cake. We are going to use a word joy. J-O-Y for the cutting of the cake. J. Ẹ jẹ́ bá wa náwó ẹ kàn náwó sí báyìí. J-O-Y. Àtẹ́wọ́ yẹn dà.
Ọjọ́ ìbí ṣe pàtàkì, ó ṣe kókó.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kó jẹ́ olórí àti kábíyèsí nìkan.
Ọjọ́ ìbí ṣe pàtàkì, ó ṣe kókó.
Ẹ jẹ́ kó jẹ́ àwọn olórí àti kábíyèsí nìkan. Come take picture yẹn.
Ó yẹ kó ṣọpẹ́.
Guest lecturer, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ kó má tíì lọ. Sir, Chief Alápinni, your attention is needed here.
Chief, wọ́n pè yín sà.
Ó yẹ jẹ́ ká yà bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kán jókòó. Ẹ jẹ́ kí àwọn olórí jókòó sà, ẹ jókòó mà. Chief ẹ máa bọ̀ wájú, ẹ máa bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ kábíyèsí. Kábíyèsí ẹ jókòó. Ẹ máa bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ kábíyèsí láti jọ bá wọn cut cake yẹn. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má jẹ́ kán fẹ́ ná, ẹ ṣá fi wọ́n lẹ̀. Bọ̀sún ní kí kábíyèsí tún fẹ́ iná yìí.
Àfẹ́káyé ńlá yé fẹ́ náà.
Wọ́n ní àrànkáyé lòórùn ràn.
Ní kọ́ mọ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o.
Àfẹ́ká láyé fẹ́ ná. Àwọn bàbá wa ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Ó yá ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bá mi fi ọwọ́ sí kéèkì yẹn sà. Kí wọ́n gé. J-O-Y. Thank you sir. Ẹ gé wálẹ̀. Ó ti dà bẹ́ẹ̀. Gbogbo àwa tá a bá tún fẹ́ gé kéèkì yẹn, àyè wà fún wa tá a ti pé 87. Àwa tá a ti pé 87 ẹ já máa bọ̀ nídìí kéèkì.
Wọ́n ní gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ti pé 87.
Tá a ti pé 87 ẹ jẹ́ ká máa bọ̀ lókè.
Morax, wọ́n láwọn tó ti pé 87.
Ṣé Morax wà ń bí ni?
Morax ló wà lọ́kọ̀ yìí.
Egbe ló gbé wa o. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming. We
Thank you.
appreciate you very much.
Ó padà sọ
You are
èèbó.
welcome.
Ó padà sọ èèbó. Thank you.
ọlọ́jọ́ ìbí mo bá ẹ̀yọ̀ ó kú oríire.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ àwa tí mẹ́numẹ́nu ò bá tí kàn ẹ jẹ́ ká ní sùúrù ó máa kàn wá.
All right, thank you very much. Stop my thing. Thank you. All right. Charity Jerome. Charity Jerome, please step forward for Charity Jerome, please. Charity Jerome, please step forward and let's give us a vote of thanks very quickly. Thank you very much. We want to thank our chairman of the occasion, Mr. Abiodun Ladipo. We'd like to thank Chief Toji Alakmini, our guest speaker. I would like to thank all the baales from Uluyole, and let's thank everyone who's been here with us. Charity.
Thank you. The chief celebrant and the proprietor of Splash FM, Oba Adebayo Akonde MFR, the Ekeri Olubadan of Ibadan land. The chairman of today's occasion, our guest lecturer, traditional rulers, invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate your presence with us today. Thank you for your time, for your insights, your patience, and your active participation at today's event. We are grateful to have had you here. We are grateful for your support and for the trust that you have in this brand. Thank you for celebrating with us. And we're looking forward to seeing you next year when we celebrate the 88th birthday anniversary and the 20th anniversary of Splash FM 105.5. Safe journey to your various destinations, and thank you once again for spending the day with us.